Hello, friends, and welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. We are doing a special live stream today because I won't be live next week because I am going on vacation. So I'm also on a little bit of a time crunch, so I'm going to just get to it, which probably not because I'll end up talking because that's all I do. Anyways, yesterday we watched the IAH hearing, the injunction that Clayton Echard brought against Laura Owens, which was a ride. If you missed part one, it'll be on my channel. Today we're going to go through part two, and welcome everybody. I said this in the Discord, and if you guys didn't know, I just want to let you guys know that I am so grateful and so lucky that I have stumbled into this community. You guys have been so kind, so helpful, so just wonderful in just receiving my content. And also too, as a creative, I have been having so much fun. So I'm glad that I get to enjoy doing what I do and you get to enjoy putting out what I'm putting out there. And I just want to say thank you to all of you for receiving me into the cult. With that being said, throw me into the volcano. Let's go. So let me go ahead and pull this up here.
Ideally, we're here for...
It's very loud. Sorry. Oh, and I gained it up a lot for yesterday. Also, when we come back, I have Rachel Juarez versus Gingras debate, body cam footage, investigative report. So we're going to go through all of it. I have to tell you, girl, I just got done editing my David Gingras video, and I was just sitting there giggling. I had a good time. So I hope you guys really enjoy it. Hello to everybody in the chat. Let me put my chat over here so we can get you guys going. And I have to, let's see, do this. Hold on. Also, again, we take our stuff from Schnitzel Ninja. So that's where I get all my videos from, if anybody is wondering. And I always have her channel linked down below because, yeah, I'm catching up. I'm on episode 3. Okay, so here we are. Yesterday, if you weren't here yesterday, we watched the first part of this hearing. Clayton Echard was pro se. He represented himself. He was alone. He did such a great job. And we saw Laura's belly move in the wildest way. She molested her belly for the duration, which was like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours worth of video. She made sure that the camera was focusing strategically on her belly, which, most women would never, but who am I? And we got to slow down the no, which I've decided that I'm going to make into merch, and I need to make into a sound for when I get back from vacation. So also, if you are in the members, my last and final installment about the base story of this, about Greg Gillespie and Dave Neal, will come out today. And if you're not a member, it will come out on Sunday. And yes. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So they are here, and now he has an attorney. Right. She was treating it like a maternity shoot. I love that. Let me make sure I can pull up my chats. Okay. And let me make sure that we can have, there we go. This woman is so pretty. Oh my God. And smart, and just, she's who I aspired to be when I was 5 years old. I'm like, I want to be a prosecutor because I watched a lot of fucking Matlock. Okay. I was raised by my grandmother. Anyways, but this woman right here is like, when I was a little kid, this is who I was going to be when I was an attorney. I was going to be smart. I was going to be beautiful. I was going to be strong. And I was going to be like, yeah, fuck you. It's so funny to me. Oh, I don't know what I just did. All right. So, Hey, Wallace. All right.
Yeah.
Okay,
It was,
that one.
This over here
Did you guys not have it?
Yeah.
It would have been.
is this over here is Laura's lawyer, and this over here is Clayton's lawyer. And the reason that this happened is because her lawyer tried to give Clayton a USB 20 minutes before they walked into the courtroom. He had no idea what was on it. He had no way to read it. He had no way to look at it. And when you go into things like this, you're supposed to give the other party everything that you have so that they can look into these things and they can, be able to have a rebuttal. And that was not able to happen. So this went on to a day 2 of this.
I labeled it like 15. I don't know if you saw that. I gave him a USB. Do you have that USB?
I think I do. I do have it on my computer.
Thanks, Bruce. That's very nice of you. I do think I'm all those things. Yeah. Thanks.
Printed what you gave us. I know somewhere that you said.
If it's labeled like 1 through 15, just.
You know what? I've been reading my criminal justice book. I actually got to trial, and I want to, I think I just want to study law. I don't know if I actually want to become a lawyer because this is way more fun. But I think that going on and doing these things, I think that studying law would be good for me and the channel as a whole, because obviously the more I learn, the more we learn together. And I think that would benefit us. I wonder if I should take some classes on the side. Also, if you guys were not here yesterday, because this case is so complex and because there's so much to read and so much to watch and so many other things, I am going to add a second streaming day. When I get back from vacation, it'll probably be streaming Monday, streaming Tuesday, and then Wednesday, and then streaming members on Friday, which is going to impact my schedule as far as long form content. But I just can't do the long form content on here, or I will be doing this forever. So I want to do the live streams. And plus I like watching it with you guys. I like getting insights, and I also just like live reacting to stuff because it's fun. I am one busy bear.
Because ours started at 55, and 16 I assume would have been your last one, which that would have been 4, right?
Yes, they told me about this yesterday.
Yeah. Okay, thanks so much.
Yeah, no problem. I actually planned to, I didn't know that the court was going to lodge it like that. Like, I'm used to them doing like defense 1, plaintiff 1, like, back and forth. They're going to lodge it like all of them all at once.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah, and then that one, that was just a mistake, and don't even worry about it. I'm not going to try and admit it.
Awesome, thank you.
Bruce, I want to know how many ultrasounds you have. Oh, and for those of you that don't know as well, if you weren't here yesterday or you're new to this case, there is a couple sitting behind her attorney, and they are in the view of the camera the whole time. And that is Greg Gillespie, who is called victim number 2 in this case. Slay. Oh, I got to get my notes so we can keep up with her lies. Okay. Oh my God, I almost just fell out of my chair. That's karma.
All right. Thank you. You may be seated.
Hi, Jupiter. Is it Adobe Acrobat, Bruce? There she is, staring into my soul. Today she's wearing a turtleneck. Yeah, he's right here, over here. It is perfection. I love it.
All right. So good morning. I'm Commissioner Van Texas. And we're here today in the matter of Clayton Eckert versus Laura Owens, CV 20230533952. We will start by having everyone state their names. Ms. Arena, if you want to begin.
Good morning, Your Honor. Deandra Arena, counsel for the plaintiff, Clayton Eckert. I'm also accompanied by Isabel Rainey from my office, who's an associate.
You, Mr. Eckert?
My name's Clayton Eckert.
Thank you. Yes.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Joshua Lopez representing Laura Owens, who's present before the court on Microsoft Teams.
All right, thank you. Ms. Owens, if you can state your name for me.
Laura Owens.
And why is it that she couldn't go into these in person?
All right, thank you. All right, so this is the continuation of the contested hearing that the previous.
That's not a turtleneck. It's actually the moon belly wrapped around her neck so that he could see it.
held on October 24th. Before we start, I guess we'll discuss that there was a request to have the hearing not put on live stream. The court granted that. Then there was an objection to that filed. The court had granted it prior to the objection, but I have reviewed the objection.
All right, so they're not going to stream this. Which actually, what I didn't know was that this was accidentally streamed the first time.
On October 31st. Mr. Lopez, did you have an opportunity to review that?
I did have an opportunity to review it, and I'd like to object on a handful of different reasons, Your Honor. And if you'd like, I can present those now.
Sure.
So in regard to the amendment, well, in regard to the amendment, Your Honor, generally what happens in these order of protection hearings or injunction against harassment hearings, the petitioner is able to amend their petition at the beginning of the hearing before we've even started to determine what the scope of the hearing should be in regard to. In this particular instance,
Critical
Clayton
Moss,
did not have those in his petition, and we are now 4/5 of the way through his petition. Not only that, we've started the hearing and he's ended his case in chief. We've already presented now. He's ended his testimony. He's ended entering his exhibits. We've moved on to the defense case in chief, and we're 4/5. Again, we're 4/5 of the way through the hearing. If this was all complete on the same day, he wouldn't get that opportunity to now amend his petition once we're already about to be at the end of the hearing. Just because he's now hired counsel doesn't give him a new opportunity to now amend the petition or add exhibits or add testimony. That would essentially be restarting this whole hearing over again, opening up the petitioner to be able to testify and then cross-examination, and then we would get a chance to respond. That wouldn't make any sense. It's too late now. He shouldn't be able to amend the petition at this point.
If you wanted to be heard.
I do, Your Honor, and
you can remain seated.
Okay.
It's better for the microphone anyway. So
whatever the court's preference is, of course. Your Honor, with respect to our request to amend pursuant to Rule 38D, it's our position that we are able to amend at this point in time. Mr. Eckert has already provided testimony to support these new allegations in his case in chief. I believe the purpose of Rule 38 is in part for judicial economy. As the court's well aware, Mr. Eckert could proceed with filing an additional injunction against harassment at a later date. So
the only thing dead inside of her critical moss is twins. That was a terrible joke. I'm so sorry. They don't actually exist. I don't feel bad about killing them, all right?
We're really just doing this to ensure that the court has all the necessary allegations to proceed with making a determination in this hearing today. I don't believe it's prejudicial whatsoever. Again, the testimony has already been provided to support these new allegations.
Yeah, I don't listen. I have a case right now, a personal case of mine, of a very good friend of mine that's going through a divorce, and her ex has been through multiple lawyers. And a lot of lawyers, especially young lawyers, will take on a case before they get all of the information. So I don't blame Josh for coming in and doing his job up until the point that he's like, okay, I have to withdraw. I can't do this anymore. So I don't ever want to disparage Josh for doing his job. He was paid. He believed what he was told, found out, he took in new information, and he did the right thing with that new information, and that was withdraw from the case. So, I don't blame him for that.
And I think it's important that they be added so that the court can make a determination today, and Mr. Eckert doesn't have to come back another time with a new injunction.
All right, thank you. So when I first received it, I was concerned that we were, just adding stuff at the last second. I do think that these are just making more specific allegations that we did discuss, that Mr. Lopez did have an opportunity to cross-examine him about, because they were based on exhibits that were already admitted and have already been admitted at this time. So I will allow the amended allegations at this time over the objection. But I do have the same concerns Mr. Lopez expressed, which is we're not restarting this hearing. And so the reason we reset it was so that Mr. Lopez could ask Ms. Owens questions about their exhibits and admit whatever exhibits they were choosing to admit. Mr. Eckford, I had given him an opportunity to review those exhibits prior to those being admitted, since he hadn't had an opportunity to see those. So where we are in the case is that Ms. Owens has testified primarily. She is going to, finish her testimony through whatever exhibits Mr. Lopez wants to admit. And then Mr. Eckert would have the opportunity to cross-examine Ms. Owens, because that part he hadn't concluded yet. And then we would do closing arguments. So.
One of the things that I want to say as well is the fact that I thought it was, I just listened to the podcast last night where they talk about Greg Woodnick and Deandra and this lawyer, and she's like, I'll go in and I'll do it. However, I find it to be a wonderfully strategic move to have a strong female lawyer come in to help him over a woman who is a perpetual victim. I even if Greg Woodnick decided to take this case on at this time, this was such the right move, because she's so used to being able to snake or python in and out of in and out of situations with men, that it would be a woman who knows how to corner her. It would be a woman who knows how to play these mind games. It would be a woman, and Deandra had said that she just had a baby, to know where to stop her. And I think, and we've seen that with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp with Camille Vasquez as well, when she came out and she was able to really pin her down, because Amber is used to playing the victim. Don't get me started on that case. I think they're both guilty. But anyways, Amber's used to playing the victim. So if you put up a man in the courtroom against her, she can kind of fall back on that victimhood and that role that she plays. Where when you bring a strong woman in, and they can't play that role. In-N-Out Burger, exactly.
That's kind of where we are. Okay.
Just a question, Your Honor. So I understand that you're going to allow the amended petition, but as far as the exhibits that the petitioner was trying to supplement, those are not being included. Is that correct? He's not getting the opportunity to admit additional exhibits. Is that correct?
I mean, I guess the only thing I have about the exhibits, and I haven't seen that, I haven't reviewed all of those exhibits. The only thing I don't know about any of the exhibits is if they were in response to any of the exhibits that you have, I guess is what I'm not.
And I guess I'm not sure either.
I guess that's the only thing I don't know, but at this point, I do think his, case has been basically concluded.
Okay. My final question is, as far as this hearing, I know it indicates in the minute entry, it was, we were just going to go for 30 minutes. Is that 30 minutes altogether?
All right, I'm going to speed up the timing stuff.
Our exhibits, is that broken down? I just want to make sure that I'm efficient with my time as best I can be.
I mean, ideally, we're here for 30 minutes, but I will extend it to 45 minutes to allow everyone to
okay,
the testimony
so
portion.
Let's just hold on 1 second. For everybody who's new in the chat and who hasn't seen this before, this is a woman who's faking a pregnancy. She claims that she is 24 weeks pregnant. You are not necessarily supposed to have any caffeine while you're pregnant. I didn't have any caffeine during my first pregnancy. During my second pregnancy, I would have a small cup of coffee here and there. This woman is chugging an energy drink. This is a Monster energy drink. 24 weeks pregnant. You're going to be the best mom. You're going to be the best mom. Good Lord.
Extend it to 45 minutes to allow everyone to do closing. So the testimony portion, and that would include cross-examination time, would be the 30 minutes.
Okay. Is it Do I have 20 or is this like 15 and 15? I just want to make
Yeah, 20 is fine, and then 15, 10 minutes to cross-examine if we need to, and 15 minutes for closings or whatever. Around that time.
It's a
All
paid
right, thank you.
sponsorship
Okay.
for Monster.
Sure. With respect to the exhibits, the supplementals, they are, for the most part, impeachment exhibits with respect to Ms. Owens' prior testimony. So that's what they would be using for. And so I guess to answer the court's question, they
The
are
lightest of beers.
responsive to defendant's exhibits here. So it would be utilized for cross-examination. That's what the supplemental exhibits are for.
And I mean, I think you could use them for impeachment purposes if you felt they would be relevant. So I just don't know if she has them to look at to.
They were disclosed to Mr. Lopez on, I believe, yesterday morning.
I was able to send them to my client, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
And Your Honor, one last thing. While I understand and respect the court's decision regarding the courtroom being closed for live stream, I do have concerns regarding the fact that Ms. Owens is present virtually and who's present, in her household and who else is being able to listen to this. My client, unfortunately, with this hearing not being able to be live streamed, is being precluded from having any of his family, friends, or any other persons that may want to listen in support of him from being
Look at her. She's looking around. She's like, I literally have nobody.
able to do that. So I would just ask that the court at least confirm with Ms. Owens that no one is present. I know this is hard to confirm, but that's one of our concerns.
Okay, I'm not sure. I mean, obviously his family can be here, and I'm not sure he looks like he has some people here. But Ms. Owens, is anyone else with you?
No, I'm in a casita by myself.
I'm in a casita by myself. You guys, I'm going to start calling my house a casita from now on. Where are you? In the casita by myself.
Okay.
I can also pan if they want to see that nobody else is present.
She just pans to her belly. She's like, I can pan.
If that would be helpful.
Okay. All right, thank you. All right, so Mr. Lopez, you may proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. I want to turn the court's attention to, and I'll jump around here a little bit, but Exhibit 38. And Your Honor, do you have that available? It's a video. Do you need a USB?
You can hook up to your computer so it's to show it. I can make you a presenter.
I can play it on my computer. Is that what you mean? Because I can bring it up there.
Yeah, if you want to present it, then I can make you a presenter, and you can. Well, actually, because I think you need the little hookup thing to that.
Yeah, there's some tech.
Mr. Pike, can you let the chat know or Discord know that we're live? I forgot to do it, and I don't want to pull the Discord up on my screen because I'm afraid.
Technical difficulties on either say last time or in a different court. I could try and do that. I don't have the.
I don't know, Beth, if you can bring in those hookup things.
She's looking around. It's just me and the spirits of the unborn, and they are angry.
What was that, Your Honor? Sorry.
I'm trying to get my JA to bring in the little extra extension thing that I think you need.
Ah!
And I think they just hook up to the thing, and then you can hook them up to your computer as well. But then I think they need to hook up to that. But it flips, I think. I'm going to try to see your A or B. But
Is it working?
I mean,
Okay, no. Would it be okay if I just brought my computer up? One of you exhibit that's marked 38.
I believe I know the one that you're referring to. I don't have it in front of me, but I believe it's the video of my pregnant stomach. Is that correct?
Yeah. Is this an accurate video of you?
So it's actually not showing up at all on mine. Your Honor, I can see you and I can see Mr. Eckerd's counsel, but I can't see my attorney or anything else.
You can't see me?
No,
if you can maybe just put it near we might be able to see it just on the
I
screen
think
there.
what she's saying she can't see all the participants.
She can see you. Well, can you see him now?
I cannot. I can only see you and I can see Mr. Eckerd's counsel.
I mean, I can maybe unmake you a presenter because I think maybe that's what happened is.
Technology, am I right?
Can you see him now?
I cannot.
Can you click something on your screen, like participants, or a different view?
Let me see.
Okay, gallery, whatever.
No, nothing else. Nobody else is showing up.
Okay. Despite you being able to see me, do you
Yes.
have in front of you Exhibit 38?
The video of my pregnant stomach.
Yes. What is this?
It's a video that I took of my pregnant stomach because Mr. Eckert asked me to take it for him so he could verify that I was indeed pregnant.
Okay. And is this video an accurate reflection of what you looked like recently?
In September, I believe.
Somebody had pointed out that he said this individual. I didn't catch that, but last stream all he said was this individual, as if she was somebody he does not know, and I think that's wonderful. And also, so the pregnant picture that we saw in here, I'm sure they'll bring it up again, but that was September. So this is now November 2nd, which means she's going to be quite a bit bigger. So just remember that when she's drinking a Monster and David Gingras wants to be like, well, she lost the twins and then they were reabsorbed back into her body.
And is this a video that Mr. Eckert asked you to send to him?
Yes, it is.
Well, then, Boot Scoot, I don't believe you. So I don't believe you are ever pregnant if you don't show me your pregnant belly.
Was that to show proof that you were in fact pregnant?
Flautas.
Okay. Your Honor, I'd like to move into evidence Exhibit 38.
Your objection, I don't believe sufficient foundation was laid. Also, this video does not have any time or date stamp on it to be inherently reliable.
I mean, I can't see it, but
Some people said that she was bloated. Some people say that she has a moon belly. Some people, I don't know. To be honest with you, I have a terrible case of diastasis from my kids that I won't be able to fix unless I get surgery. So if I stand up right now, that's exactly what I look like without being pregnant. So, oh, dude, swollen ankles were the worst.
Is there any way, Your Honor, for the video to be played on the Microsoft Teams?
That's another good point, though. If she's in her third trimester and she's big with twins, yeah, you're right. There's nothing else that's swollen around her. Not her face, no swollen ankles. Yeah, that's another good point.
so that's what I think we were trying to have him do with that, the hookup thing, but I don't know specifically how to do it. Beth, do you know how to hook it up or no?
I do not, but I can ask next door.
Oh my God, what is happening? And this is on 1.25.
Your Honor, I hit play a couple times, but nothing's happening.
Right, do you just want to lay a little more foundation for the exhibit itself?
Yeah, so, look, I said, when did you say that you
Interesting.
took this video?
I took this video in September, and when I did send it to Mr. Eckert on that date via email, I also sent him a screenshot that showed, like if you scroll up on a video, and it can show exactly when it was taken, where it was taken, to prove that it wasn't something like I had edited or taken prior to that.
And why did you take that video?
I took that
Because I wanted to show him proof, but I couldn't show him a doctor's appointment or a real doctor or a real sonogram. But my pregnant belly in a video because I refused to see him in person.
video because he had asked me for a video to show him that I was pregnant.
Also, I'm not sure she's ever talked about the babies moving either, which is interesting because she would know that at that point. I have a video of my daughter in my stomach and she's like rolling. Looks like she's just like doing the Macarena in there. Will I accept your ultrasounds? Only if they're highly edited.
Okay, and
Yeah, I'm sorry.
the video that you submitted and that we're requesting the court enter into evidence, this is the video that you're talking about?
Yes, it is. I was able to pull up 38. Yes, that's the video. And I
Your
did
Honor,
it.
at this time, we're requesting that this be entered into evidence.
I'm going to have to get a judge's
Again, I
like
reiterate
robe.
my objection, Your Honor. I don't believe sufficient foundation has been laid. She said September. I don't have the date in September, the year. There's no proof she sent this to Mr. Eckert. And furthermore, we don't have proof that it hasn't been edited.
The faces are facing, girl. The faces are facing. Hold on.
Your Honor, I don't believe sufficient foundation has been laid. She said September. I don't have the date in September, the year. There's no proof she sent this to Mr. Eckert. And furthermore, we don't have proof that it hasn't. been edited.
Your Honor, she's testified that this was the video.
I have to tell you guys, I did not foresee myself getting famous off the back of Laura Owens. I don't think Greg Gillespie did either, but here we are. Here we are. All on the back of Laura Owens.
She sent it in September. She sent it because Mr. Eckert had indicated she should send it to him to show that she was pregnant. The foundation's way, she testified to all of this.
Ms. Owens, does the video that you're looking at in Exhibit 38, is that a true and accurate depiction of the video that you made in September?
Yes, it is.
All right. I'll limit the exhibit over the objection.
Was it working?
I do have a list.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody sent me all the faces. I want to make it into a t-shirt. I can't distribute it because, splat. We're all famous on the splat back. What is that joke from, what was it? Community? Where they're like, everybody loves a comeback story. And Chris Pratt is like, yeah, ask Kim Kardashian. And they all start dying. That's this. Everybody loves a comeback story. Yeah. Ask Laura Owens.
Ms. Owens, I'd like to
I prefer to hold it in my belly button like cup.
take your attention to Exhibit 40. Can you please explain what these are?
These are text messages that
No, that was the
Clinton
last
sent
one.
me from the time when he found out that I was pregnant through, I believe it was the beginning of July. And these were text messages, for example, that show that
Hi, Brittany.
I believe it was the second to last one, shows, I'm sorry, this made it harder. I wanted you to come over to confirm what I was doubting, and it did confirm that. So I don't see you as a liar anymore, proving that I had gone over to his house and taken a pregnancy test that he had purchased in front of him and that he knew I was
Your Honor,
pregnant.
I'm going to object at this time. She's reading exhibits that have not been admitted into evidence. More foundation needs to be laid as far as I'm concerned.
Your Honor, I think that she's just trying to explain what these are, and she is.
Okay, I mean, you can explain that without reading the whole exhibit. So.
Okay. Okay, without are these text messages that Clinton had sent to you?
Yes, they are.
Is the phone number that is indicated at the top of each one of these text messages a number that you know to be Clinton?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Was that a phone number that Clinton had texted you from previously?
Yes.
Do you know if Clinton had changed his number since he had texted you from that number previously?
No, he had not, to my knowledge.
Okay. And these text messages...
No, he had not, but he had blocked me, so I used 13 different phone numbers to contact him.
were they sent to you during the time periods between when you became pregnant to when this petition against you for this injunction against harassment was filed?
Yes.
Are these accurate reflections of those text messages? Have they been altered in any way?
They have not been altered in any way.
Fake boss.
Your Honor, I'd like to admit into evidence Exhibit 40.
Any objection?
Sir, I'm objecting for the record. I think there's a completeness issue here. These text messages have been altered, as the court can see. These text messages.
Dude, every time Deandra speaks, she gets mad. This girl is so used to getting her way. Oh my God.
We include the statements that Ms. Owens wants to include here, not the context surrounding the text messages. I also believe that there hasn't been sufficient foundation laid with respect to the actual dates that these text messages span.
All right, I'll admit 40 over objection.
All right, I'd like to turn your attention now to Exhibit 47. Do you have Exhibit 47 in front of you?
Yes, I do.
And what is this exhibit?
This is an email I got from Clayton on September 17th saying that he was unbothered by me going to the media about the situation.
Okay, now,
Thanks, Jill.
you said when was this email sent to you?
September 17th.
And it was your understanding that it was sent from Mr. Eckert?
Yes, correct.
Okay, and what was this email in response to?
This was in response to me saying that I had told him that if he didn't continue to participate in the paternity case, that I felt like I was going to need to go to the press because I thought that would pressure him to come up with a parenting
Objection,
plan.
Your Honor. She's providing a narrative that's not part of this exhibit. Again, this is a completeness issue here. She is cutting out the portion she wants and leaving out the context, which would be the email that she sent him that he's responding to.
I'm only
If you want to present the other half of it, obviously you can. I would go ahead and admit exhibit 140.
Okay, Your Honor, at this time I'd like to admit this exhibit.
Ooh, she is flustered. Every time she speaks, she is flustered. And the confidence that this woman exudes, we stand strong women. I love it.
I'll give a minute.
Okay, I'd like to turn your
Yeah, it's
attention
crazy.
to Exhibit 37. This, again, is, what is this?
I do not have Exhibit 37 in front of me.
It should be a video.
Go to the premise.
Can you possibly give me the context for which video it is? Or
It should be a video that was posted by Clayton.
Oh, okay. Yes, I know exactly the video. It was a video that Clayton posted on October the 6th on his public.
Wait, what is it? What is this video?
This is Mr. Eckerd telling his 200 and nearly 300,000 followers that the results of our paternity testing were back and he was not the father when, in fact...
That's, first of all... Oh, okay.
The paternity test results were not back.
He did not say that. He did not say that because I listened to it and I watched the video. The only thing that he said was it's a good day. It came back little to no fetal DNA, which was what was exactly the results that you got.
Okay, so you had done a paternity test?
Correct.
The results are not back?
The results are still not back. The testing is ongoing according to the lab.
But
He never said that he wasn't the father. He said the exact results in that video that he made. He said he was happy and he just said there's little to no fetal DNA. And it's so funny because I guess a lot of people got really mad over that video. I don't find it to be in bad taste at all. I mean, this was a man who was getting harassed and he's like, yeah, I'm not the father. Like everything that I was telling you, like, I don't know. I would have come out on social media like that too. Like, fuck yeah. Like,
paternity test had come back. You are indicating Clayton had posted a video?
Correct.
Where was that video posted?
I'm sorry, did you say where or when?
Where?
It was posted to his public Instagram.
For his name to learn the details. He deleted that one. Yeah, it's interesting that he would delete that because if they did search for, I mean, it's public record. You could go. I mean, if you could find my name, you could find any like public record stuff about me. So, I mean, I don't think it would have, even if he didn't say that, I don't think it would have taken long for people to figure it out.
When was it posted?
October the 6th.
Okay, how did you get a copy of it?
Because I watch everything he does. Because I sit
outside of his house and I watch everything.
That's how she fucking knows.
I got a copy because it was on his public Instagram.
Okay, and was this an accurate report? Have you altered the video in any way?
No, I have not.
Okay. Then I'd like to admit exhibit.
Well, also one of the things that they said in the podcast last night is a lot of people won't do paternity tests on twins because you can actually have twins by two different dads, which I did not know. See, look at us learning things.
37 into evidence.
I'm objecting on relevance. This case is about Ms. Owens' harassment of Mr. Eckerd. Mr. Eckerd posting anything on his private social media is not relevant to this case.
Make one for
Your Honor, as part of the petition that Mr. Eckerd had written, he had indicated that my client was defaming him when, in fact, my client was not defaming him. And
that Joshy boy, bad take.
He was harassing him by sending him emails and different text messages. I think that this is relevant to show that not only were the text messages and emails concerning my client's pregnancy, paternity, but also what I indicated in my opening and evidence that we had Ms. Owens testify to. That she
I don't know if it's celebrating not having a dad, but just the fact that he's not the dad of this woman's babies. Like, I don't know. I just didn't, like, when I listened to that whole thing, I'm like, I don't understand why people were so pressed about that particular story when he came out and he's like, yeah, you know, I mean, if he's not the father, then this is for her to figure out. It's not his problem. And people were upset. You have a friend who is a twin and they have different dads. That's wild.
He did, in fact, also message Clayton to take down certain false videos or false statements offline because she was getting harassed by his fans and followers. So this video is to show.
By his fans and followers, not by him. He cannot control what other people decide to do. Sorry.
So that this was the video that he had posted, and the reason she had continued communication with him beyond just the pregnancy and paternity was for him to take down certain videos, that it wasn't for harassment and that it was for legitimate purposes. This is that video that we want to present to show why my client is communicating with Clayton regarding that specific issue.
And I understand, right? I would always be a prosecutor. I don't think I could ever be a defense attorney. I just don't think I could do it. But here's the thing. Was she speaking to him about the harassment that she was receiving? Also, yes. Was she speaking to him wildly beyond the scope of harassment and just emailing him and messaging him and calling him relentlessly? Also, yes.
All right, I'll admit the exhibit for the purpose of that limited purpose that you're referring to.
Permission to publish to the court?
Okay.
It's Friday, and you know what we need on a Friday? We need some good news. Who's got the good news today? I got the good news. What's that good news, Clayton? Well, test results came back early, and they said little to no fetal DNA present. Let's go, baby. We knew, I knew that was going to happen. 5 months of finally put to rest. Thank you all to those that supported me and waited until everything came out and spent false accusations in 2 years. I really don't want to, look ahead to next year and see what's going to happen. I think 2 false accusations in a lifetime is enough. So thank you all for the support, love. This was a trying time, but I learned so much about myself. And now back to the regularly scheduled programming. Listen, it's Friday.
So, but the thing is, I think there are people who have legitimate trauma who might feel like there's an important distinction between no fetal DNA and I was never pregnant. I don't think that anybody was defending her. I don't think anybody was defending her either. But I don't think that anybody was taking his position into into context. And when it doesn't matter what you think of Clayton, right? A lot of people hated Clayton online, and he was going through this. And to me, looking at this objectively, right, not knowing anything about Clayton Echard, I would see a man who was saying that he was getting falsely accused of being the father of these babies. She comes back, it says little to no fetal DNA, and that would make sense. That he would be excited about that. People were like up in arms about this. And, even when we watched on the Vial Files, he's like, yeah, it was a bad take. I don't think it was. I think, in my brain, right, when you're trying to fight for your life, you're looking for any win. And he got one and he went online. And for people, like, I don't think they were defending her, but I don't think they were really looking at it on his side either. So here's how I'm going to put it, right? Because we had this conversation yesterday about men versus women. And if this was a man in this position and Clayton was a woman, I think it would be very different. I think if she came out as the victim of something and a man was smearing her name and she got the smallest little acorn of proof or a win, let's say, and she went online, she would be immediately celebrated because that would validate her story. And again, with a man being a victim, he gets the smallest little nugget of proof and we're just like, oh, you're an asshole. And I just don't understand that mindset. We talked about this yesterday, right? A perpetrator is a perpetrator, a victim is a victim. It doesn't matter if you're male, female, they, them, whatever. And it's so interesting to me the way that this whole situation is spun because she's a woman and because he's a man.
About 5 more minutes.
Yeah, being a defense attorney is wild. I don't think I could do it.
All right, I'd like to turn the court and, Ms. Owens, I'd like to turn your attention to Exhibit 44. What is Exhibit 44?
I don't know anything about Nick Viall. The reason that I referenced him right now is because in a members only live, we watched Clayton on his podcast, and we were watching as the first time that I really got into this. I was like, oh, I want to see what he has to say. The only other time I've ever watched Nick Viall is about when he had Gypsy Rose on there, because I wanted to see what she had to say. I don't know anything about Nick or his wife, so it's not something that I watch, but I wanted to hear Clayton tell his story in his own words, which is why we watched the podcast.
Exhibit 44 is a text message I received from Clayton on June the 4th.
Okay. And was this, okay, this was from, is this a text message or is this an email?
This is a text message.
Is this an accurate reflection of the text message? Has it been altered in any way that Clayton had sent to you?
No, it has not been altered, and yes, it is accurate.
I don't see a phone number in here. Was Mr. Eckerd's phone number saved as Clayton Eckerd in your phone?
Yes, it was at that point.
Okay. And, Your Honor, I'd like to admit Exhibit 44 into evidence at this time.
We as a whole.
44.
The cult as a whole has voted Nick Viall out. I don't know anything about him. So if you guys want to tell me, I apologize on behalf of Wisconsin. Yeah, I don't know what the lore is behind him.
Your Honor, I would just object for the record as to completeness. Again, I believe there is more to this text message than what is being disclosed in this exhibit.
All right, I'll admit it over objection.
Okay, I'd like to turn to Exhibit 46.
It's interesting that every time, and now it's making more sense, right? Every time Deandra objects, she gets upset because it's like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Like, she's so used to just telling her side of the story and her side of the story being received, that for anybody to come up against it is, I think, hard for her to handle.
Ms. Owens, what is Exhibit 46?
Exhibit 46 is a variety of different medical providers that I saw confirming that I am, in fact, pregnant.
Girl, the way that you just referred to the gaggle of medical providers as a variety, like it's a box of fruit snacks. The variety of medical providers that I have seen for this pregnancy. He called Dave Neal some podcaster because he didn't want people to know his name and give him views. What? Dude, there is room for everybody. Dave made merch with some podcaster. That's so I hate that. Ugh. Shawnee, I can also write things on a list.
From the day I found out I was pregnant on June 1st through, I believe it was last week. It may have been through the week prior to that, but I have the dates on there through October.
Okay.
11th. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay. Were these pictures, why were these pictures taken? Why did you say?
An assortment of providers. Some might be cream-filled. I could go on with this joke all day, but you know what?
These documents.
I saved these documents again to try to prove to Mr. Eckert that I was indeed pregnant because he doubted me.
Did he ask you to send these documents?
Yes, he did.
We love
To
you,
show
Captain.
to show why?
He asked for these documents to show that I was indeed pregnant and that the pregnancy was ongoing and that it was viable.
Let me tell you, I've had 2 pregnancies, 9 months apiece. And every single day of those pregnancies, I spent nothing but time trying to prove to my husband that I was pregnant. That's all I did.
Have you altered any of these documents in any way to misconstrue their meaning?
No, I have not altered them.
So we draw the line at text messages, at what you alter and what you don't alter.
And are these an accurate reflection
She's like, I have standards. Okay.
of these documents?
Yes, it's entirely accurate.
They are your documents?
Yes, they are.
I will only alter other people's sonograms, but I will never alter a text message. Who do you think I am?
All right, Your Honor, I'd like to admit Exhibit 46 into evidence.
Your Honor, I'm not objecting because I believe the court needs to see these exhibits, but I will note that we have concerns regarding what they're being offered for.
We miss you.
So I'll admit 46.
Oop.
I'd like to take your attention to Exhibit 48. Do you have that in front of you?
I do, yes.
Okay, what is it?
This is a letter from the Arizona Department of Real Estate that they sent me after looking into Mr. Eckert's conduct when he was my realtor, showing that he was found in violation of professional conduct for not submitting an offer.
Okay, was this something that you received from the Arizona Department of Real Estate?
Correct.
Did you alter?
Was this something that you did to punish him because he wouldn't date you and you couldn't get your way? Also correct, in my opinion. Allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only.
This document in any way?
No, I did not.
Did you receive it on or about
No, she wouldn't alter it because she got her way. Duh.
15th, 2023?
Correct.
Okay, Your Honor, I'd like to admit this into evidence.
I'm objecting for the record based on relevance. Again, this matter is about Ms. Owens' harassment of Mr. Eckert. I do not believe that this is relevant.
I agree. It will not be admitted. 48.
Your Honor, how much time?
Ha ha.
1 minute.
I'd like to turn to Exhibit 50, Your Honor. This will be the final one that Or Exhibit 50, do you recognize?
I have been waiting. I do have to say, because a lot of people are like, have you gotten your cease and desist yet? I have been waiting. But also, if you've been here for a while, you will know that I'm not the one to play with, because I take shots at me and I have even more fun with them than other people would have. So, whatever. But it's so funny because people are like, she's been quiet. And I'm like, she's been plotting. It's what it is.
That exhibit?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and what is it of?
This is something that was posted to Reddit by Mr. Eckert under a false name, and that was also in the order of protection hearing I had against him last week. It was discussed.
I have his
Did you change this image?
From request of yesterday, I have written down his response to the real estate complaint. So we'll get there.
In any way?
No, I definitely did not.
How'd you get a copy of this image?
It was on Reddit. Somebody had created it, but I know it was Mr. Eckert because only he had this image.
Okay.
Objection. She's testifying, Your Honor, regarding information that she cannot testify about. Speculating.
So you can have her lay foundation that she has knowledge of.
Okay. It's your understanding that Mr. Eckert posted
Every single time she speaks, she is just taken aback.
this picture?
Yes, because only he had the photo and the sonogram I'm holding that's been edited.
How do we know that? You can't testify to that. I mean, you can. You're a woman who likes to perjure. All right.
I think
Okay.
that's it.
Your Honor, I'd like to admit Exhibit
50.
50 at the time.
Your Honor, I'm objecting. This is inherently unreliable. She's failed to lay sufficient foundation. This was not posted by Mr. Eckert, and she provided zero proof that this was posted by Mr. Eckert or further that this was sent to Mr. Eckert in this manner.
What do you mean? What do you mean I provided zero proof? I said it happened. I said it right now. I said it happened. I said he did it. What do you mean? What do you mean? That's enough proof. I said to myself, self, this is proof.
I'm going to sustain the objection and not admit 50.
Okay, nothing further at this time, Your Honor.
Cross-examination.
Your Honor, before I start with cross-examination, my request would be, if the court's willing to entertain this, that we be permitted to go until noon. And I would be willing to waive closing argument because I do have important questions that I would like to go through as opposed to presenting the court with a closing argument if the court would allow that.
Let's see how we're doing on time.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, Ms. Owens.
Good morning.
You were thoroughly questioned by your attorney at the last hearing in this case on October 24th of 2023, correct?
Correct.
And you understand that you were under oath at that time and you remain under oath today, right?
Correct.
And you're
Look at her. She's starting to sweat. Oh my God. I'm so scared. My butthole is so tight right now. I cannot get Tony Robbins right now. I'm so scared.
aware that any false testimony that you provided or provide today could be considered perjury, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Duh. Duh.
And so based on that, Ms. Owens, before I proceed with my line of questioning, do you have any prior testimony that you'd like to correct at this time?
I do not.
Why does she look so confused? I'm so scared.
I want to make sure that you're clear-headed, and obviously it's your position that you are pregnant with alleged twins, correct?
100%. Yes, correct.
100%. The return of Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins and a splat.
What medications are you currently on?
Objection, Your Honor. Relevant, and that's an inappropriate question for this.
Overall, it can be impacting your system.
I'm on prescribed prenatals, and I'm on folic acid.
On folic acid? Isn't prenatals folic acid?
And I also take lamotrigine for epilepsy.
Is there anything else? Is that your entire
Why would you take prenatal and folic acid? Especially if you're on a prescribed prenatal. Those are like horse pills.
list of medications?
That's my entire list because I was taken off of anything else that I was on when I found out that I was pregnant.
And have you been diagnosed with any other medical or mental health issues?
Objection, Your Honor. I don't think that's going into her mental health, going into her physical health, mental health. I don't think that's appropriate for this type of hearing.
Those are the question.
Depression.
Upset stomach, diarrhea, P12. And?
Okay, and any other physical health diagnoses?
Epilepsy.
And
who provided those diagnoses?
All right, I think we're now over
Is she not autistic yet? Or was she's not autistic yet? Are we still waiting for that? No. Not folic acid is a part of typical prenatal care. What I'm asking is, isn't the folic acid in the prenatal vitamins? I don't remember taking prenatal vitamins and folic acid because I thought the folic acid was in the prenatal vitamins. Narrator, it did in fact result in perjury. Bruce, you are so funny. Oh, okay. The autism came later. She got autistic 3 days later.
report of that testimony.
Understood, Your Honor. I'll move on, please. And how far along are you as we sit here today with respect to the pregnancy?
I am 24 weeks along.
Duh. I'm 24 weeks along as I drink this monster right
Understood, Your
now.
Honor. I'll move on, please.
Come here, little babies. I got some monsters. I wouldn't give my children monsters out of the womb. Why would you give them monster in the womb? It's kind of like alcohol, right? I have a big problem. Actually, I'll have to tell you guys about this later. I have a really, really rough time with people who drink while they're pregnant. And I have a big, overwhelming hatred for fetal alcohol syndrome. And that's the thing. If you wouldn't give your children alcohol outside of the womb, why would you give them alcohol inside of the womb? And that's just kind of what, I personally based my my pregnancies on. But the fact that she glugs this and then says she's 24 weeks pregnant is diabolical.
And how far along are you as we sit here today with respect to the pregnancy?
I am 24 weeks along.
And when
Needs more Tylenol. I saw somebody post that I'm only autistic at night because my mom took Tylenol PM. I love that she's like, how do you not know that I am 24 weeks pregnant? Everybody should know.
was your last menstrual period in order to calculate your due date?
Objection, Your Honor.
I don't get periods.
Sorry, I don't get periods. I just had immaculate conception. God! Oh.
I don't think that that's appropriate at this time. It seems like these questions are meant to harass my client. She's indicated she's pregnant. She's indicated it's been 9 months. You don't need to know things about her menstrual period.
It was a chorus tall boy. She's actually playing Edward 40 hands right now. She's like, she's got him duct taped to her hand. She's like, ah.
I'm going to sustain the objection.
I'm sorry.
Can
I'm sorry.
Can you please provide us with your alleged due date?
February 14th.
And you testified that there's absolutely no possibility at all that your alleged twins are anyone other than Clayton, correct?
There's no chance they're anybody else.
What is this? She's just in the... Hold on. We're just gonna. There is
Absolutely no way that these are anybody else's. She's breathy because she's pregnant. These are anybody else's. What Clayton's?
Oh my God, I hate this woman so much. Oh, I'm going to pass out. Hold on. I'm breathing too much. I'm breathing too heavy.
But you understand that Clayton has been very clear from day one that he did not have sexual intercourse with you, right?
Clayton was not. If you look at the June 4th message,
Ma'am, these are yes or no questions. Do you understand that Clayton was very clear from day one that it's his position he did not have sexual intercourse with you?
I feel like that's how she was looking at him when she was blowing him. She was like,
then the answer is no.
wait, what was the question? I missed it.
Understand that Clayton was very clear from day one that it's his position he did not have sexual intercourse with you.
Then the answer is no.
Oh, because she can't be pregnant with anybody else's baby, right?
Your alleged due date.
February 14th.
This poor guy just looks at all times. He's like trying not to laugh.
You testify that there's absolutely no possibility at all.
Look at him. He's like, dear God, get me out of here.
that your alleged twins are anyone other than Clayton, correct?
Oh my God. Good Lord. Just imagine this coming at you in the middle of the night. Oh my, this is my sleep paralysis demon, right? I'm going to send this, hold on. I'm going to send this picture to my husband. He's going to be like, what the fuck are you sending me? And I'm going to be like, are you the father of these two babies? My husband's going to be like, that's it. Get off the internet. I'll be like, hey, next time you're having some alone time, take a look at this.
There's no chance they're anybody else's.
But you understand that Clayton has been very clear from day one that he did not have sexual intercourse with you, right?
Clayton was not. If you look at the June 4th message,
Ma'am, these are yes or no questions. Do you understand that Clayton was very clear from day one that it's his position he did not have sexual intercourse with you?
Then the answer is no.
Justice
And as
for
we sit here
Mr.
today,
Pierce.
you have participated in 3 DNA tests to try to prove that Clayton's the father, correct?
Correct.
And not a single DNA test has come back
Oh, I'm sorry.
stating Clayton's the father.
Sorry. It was 2 DNA tests, not 3.
Well, you indicated at the last hearing that you were providing a sample for the 3rd DNA test to be completed, correct?
But the second one got there was an issue with the transit according to the lab. So I mean,
it got lost in the mail. How convenient. Blame the good old USPS. Apparently, that's how the babies are getting here, too, which is why they've never been delivered. So call your local mail carriers.
it wasn't tested. So I can't say that I've had 3 tests that have come back with different results because only 2 were tested.
Hey, you want to know something funny? I took a DNA test with my father. There's another, it's another story for another time. But I actually took it like 2 days ago. And you want to know something hilarious? In the year of 2024, our Lord and Savior, did you know that you could get results by email? Or is this when she sent the sample in the mail? Also, if you went to a reputable doctor anywhere local in the area, they could have just taken it from you and you didn't have to do it, through the mail. There's that. Just wondering.
Ms. Owens, you've provided a sample on 3 separate occasions for DNA tests, correct?
Correct, but the second was.
Ma'am, these are yes or
I
no
had nothing to
questions.
do with
I'm
that.
not.
Yes or no?
I'm not looking.
She's looking to her lawyer like, who the fuck does she think she's talking to? Ho. Ho. Ho.
For you to elaborate. So we'll move on. As we
Oh, my God. Let me watch it again. Her faces. I love them.
hearing that you were providing a sample for the 3rd DNA test to be completed, correct?
But the second one got there was an issue with the transit according to the lab. So I mean, that wasn't tested. So I can't say that I've had 3 tests that have come back with different results because only 2 were tested.
Ms. Owens, you've provided a sample on 3 separate occasions for DNA tests, correct?
Correct, but the second was.
Ma'am, these are yes or
I
no
had nothing to
questions.
do with that.
I'm not looking for you to elaborate. So we'll move on. As we sit here today, not a single DNA test has
She is not used to being spoken to like that. Oof.
come back indicating that Clayton's the father, correct?
The samples were diluted, and I'm going back next month. Is what I was.
These are yes or no questions. It's a very simple question. As we sit here today, you have no DNA test that indicates that Clayton is the father, right?
This is giving Amber Heard when she's like, I use them synonymously. This is my new buffering sign.
The results, the testing is ongoing, is what I was told, as was Clayton.
Yes or no?
So
So
you
that's
said
not
that on a couple occasions, that the testing is ongoing.
correct.
So is it your testimony that you provide these samples and that there's no results that are coming from these samples you're providing?
I'm unclear on what you're trying to ask me.
You have taken paternity tests, and there has been no conclusive result that Clayton is the father. I just got to the sleep paralysis demon.
Because they said that
Okay,
I need
well-
to go back month to give another sample, that the testing is not back. So
Do you have conclusive results that Clayton is the father?
I'm unclear, I guess I'm trying to say.
Isn't it true that the test came
And on this day, her guests were flabbered, girl.
back and indicated there was 0 fetal DNA?
That's absolutely not true.
Did we read the same report? It said little to no 0 DNA.
Okay. And again, Ms. Owens, you have provided no testimony and no objective evidence or documentation to date to support that you have a positive DNA test proving Clayton's the father of your alleged twins, right?
The testing is ongoing. I'm unclear, I guess.
Okay. I've talked about this a lot in my chat, and I take this very seriously. You cannot be smart and dumb at the same time. For 44 minutes, you have tried to be the smartest person in the room. And now all of a sudden you don't understand basic questions.
This is what you're trying to ask me.
Who is your OBGYN?
Dr. McCool and Dr. Higley.
I wasn't able to hear that, and I'm not sure if the...
I'll withdraw the objection now.
Can you please repeat that, Ms. Owens? Who is your OBGYN?
My main OBGYN is the perinatologist, Dr. McCool.
And when is the last time... Oh, well, you said your main OBGYN. Who else are you seeing? What other pregnancy-related doctors are you seeing?
Dr. Higley, who I saw last Friday, and an epilepsy doctor as well. He specializes in pregnancy.
Who she saw last Friday. So that's when she lies here, because as they go on, they're like, she says, you said that you saw him last Friday. And she was like, no, actually, I just scheduled the appointment, but I canceled it. Also, I listened to the podcast last night. I'm on episode 3. I'm way far behind you guys. But I believe it was Reality Steve that had said that she also talks about seeing her neurologist. And he's like, who sees a neurologist for pregnancy? Obviously, Steve, she does. They were in her head. She had mouth babies. I would definitely go to the neurologist.
Okay. And in your exhibit, I believe it was 44.
Right.
You indicated...
Actually, she should be going to the dentist for the mouth babies. Forgot about that.
Actually, let me go back here. I apologize. It was your exhibit 43. You indicated that all of exhibit 40...
At this point, I think we're all pregnant by Clayton. So, welcome, fam. Look at it's so funny. You can just read. How dare you? She's really got a who do you think you are? And I like it.
3 contains copies of your medical records that would support this alleged pregnancy, correct?
I believe it was exhibit 46 that was the proof of pregnancy. We didn't do exhibit 43.
I apologize. Exhibit 46, my mistake. And in that exhibit 46, all that you have from Dr. McCool here is a screenshot of an upcoming appointment for Monday, July 24th of 2023, right?
Correct.
Correct. I can't remember my lies. What the hell? I don't have my papers in front of me.
So you understand that anyone can go online at AMommy, where Dr. McCool works, and make an appointment for an OBGYN appointment with Dr. McCool, correct?
That is not true. Dr. McCool is a perinatologist referral to see him because I have epilepsy. He's a high risk specialist. You can't go and make an appointment with him. I had to send records.
Exactly. You can't just go make an appointment with him. You would probably have to be referred to by a previous doctor to see a specialist. Who was that previous doctor? The world may never know.
To get an appointment with him.
Okay, but I have the only record that you have provided this court with regarding your alleged high-risk perinatal.
Yeah, so there's 102 people in the chat, and Clayton has gotten us all pregnant with triplets. So, 306 babies or whatever math is. I don't know. How many babies is that? That's not right. I can't. Wait, is it? Yeah. 3 babies apiece, 102, 306 babies.
Is a screenshot of an appointment for Monday, July 24th of 2023, right?
Right. And also, if you're high risk, how come you don't have any more appointments between July of 2023 and right now, November 2nd? You're so high risk that you had to go to a specialist that this guy is letting you see July, August, September, October, November. He's letting you go 4 months in between? Because I was high risk and I had to go to my doctor every single week.
No, I provided the last page was October the 11th with the diagnosis epilepsy during pregnancy from my neurologist after an appointment that day.
Ms. Owens, there is no copy of any medical record from October 11th.
Yes, there is a last page. It's October 11th. If you look at the last page, Zeman Glynis on October 11th, 10:53:20 Mountain Standard Time.
Who is Zeman Glynis if you go to McCool and whoever else you said?
I apologize. What was it that the court indicated? 2 more minutes.
That's another great point. Smart towel. I like that. If you're high risk, why are you chugging energy drinks?
We need to probably step it up a little bit if you want to get to other things.
We make the captions
as
here.
you sit here today, Ms. Owens, you have refused to sign any sort of HIPAA release so that Mr. Eckerd could obtain directly from your medical.
Oh my God! Look at the eyes; they're so big.
As you sit here today,
make eye
Ms. Owens,
contact with me, y'all.
You have refused to sign any sort of HIPAA release so that Mr. Eckerd could obtain directly from your medical providers evidence to support any alleged pregnancy.
Look at him looking at her. Why the fuck are you making these faces, girl?
No, on Friday, I literally had the doctor send it to him directly. I had my provider send it to him directly. And that's an email I sent to him telling him that it was sent directly to him. I signed a HIPAA release.
He just shook his head no.
Ms. Owens, this is not the first time that you've made allegations that you're pregnant with twins within the last 2 years, correct?
That is incorrect.
Is it? Because he's sitting right here. He's sitting right here. Right here. Right here. Right here. Girl, what are you doing? She really thought that this was not going to go anywhere and she was just going to lie her way through this. Lie, lie, lie.
Lie, 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 lie. La 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 la.
Oh my God.
Okay. So I would ask the court to take judicial notice, Your Honor, of the civil matter involving Mr. Greg Gillespie, who is present in the courtroom today. And it's easy.
I love it when a plan comes together. The previous doctor was Greg Gillespie in a trench coat. Dr. Paddington Bear.
I think that's that number for the court.
I have a protective
2021
Gillespie and against Mr. Eckerd, and I wish I was aware that Mr. Gillespie
052893.
Nobody cares when you're talking. Okay? Because one of two things is happening when you're talking. Either A, lies are falling out, or B, babies are falling out, depending on what day it is.
No, I'm going to object to that.
We had an exhibit that we discussed last time regarding that case, and what was presented was a complaint and a motion to dismiss, and there wasn't any findings from any court on anything related to that, so I'm not going to consider that at this point.
Your Honor, I do have some questions.
Okay, wait, what did I miss?
052893.
No, I'm going to object to that.
We had an exhibit that we discussed last time regarding that case, and what was presented was a complaint and a motion to dismiss, And there wasn't any findings from any court on anything related to that. So I'm not going to consider
I
that
have
at this point.
protective orders on the court, so you can't prosecute me.
Your Honor, I do have some questions that I think are very important for the court to hear regarding that case. I understand if the court doesn't want to take judicial notice, but I do have questions that are important that I would like to proceed with regarding the uncanny similarities.
I don't think that would be appropriate for this specific hearing. We know the scope of this particular hearing. Bringing up things in a separate case, there's separate issues. These are not the same thing. This is an injunction against harassment. I don't even know what that case is. It's not an injunction against harassment. I know that. It's not appropriate.
It's a pattern of behavior.
Your Honor, this goes to the heart of why Mr. Eckert needs this injunction against harassment, and Ms. Owens' pattern, her modus operandi, her pattern of behavior, her pattern.
Oh, she mad, girl. We got a hand raise. We got a hand raise to the Holy Ghost. Here we go.
And Ms. Owens' pattern, her modus operandi, her pattern of behavior, her pattern of making the same claims.
What?
How dare you tell me that I am this way, even though I am this way? How dare you?
Against other men in the state of Arizona within the last 2 years. And I think it's highly relevant to this case because it supports why Mr. Eckert needs this injunction against harassment.
Hold on a second. I got to get amped up with this monster drink.
Because this individual has done this before, and there are concerns that she will not stop.
I'm going to sustain the objection. I'm not going to allow that. That's fine.
Careful, girl. That monster is going to get you pregnant.
And Your Honor, I would ask, again, the court to reconsider here because this matter, it's very important that the court hears how Ms. Owens has made the exact same allegations in another matter within the last 2 years. And that she has committed perjury in her the last hearing because she made incorrect.
Me when I find out there's something else to research about Laura Owens. Oh, God. Oh, my gosh. This stream is going on my heavy rotation. Laura Buffalo Bill.
Would you mouth fuck me? Because I'd mouth fuck me.
Oh, that's her face when Gillespie blew on her back. Oh, my God.
She made false statements under oath regarding the nature of that case. She opens the door in her testimony when Mr. Lopez was when he was direct examining her regarding the fact that there are no other cases that are similar regarding things that happened in that case. So she did open the door based on her direct examination.
Yeah, which is exactly why when you are a witness or you are testifying, you are only supposed to answer the questions that are given to you, because if you say anything else, you open the door and that gives opposing counsel the opportunity to do a lot of shit that you don't like. She needs to watch Emily D. Baker. She's going to fart again. I need a fart sound. I just love that she was like, sorry.
Honor, these are very serious allegations that the petitioner's attorney is now alleging against my client. She is insisting that my client has now committed perjury. My client has never been.
Look at Greg. He's like, yup. Look at his head in the background. Hold on.
It has no criminal history.
Wait. Hold on. Let's watch Greg in the background. I like this. I like you. Hold on. Greg with the... And it's so funny because it would be hard to catch on this camera. So he's in the back and he's like, yes.
Regarding the nature of that case, she opens the door in her testimony when Mr. Lopez was when he was direct examining her regarding the fact that there are no other cases that are similar regarding things that happened in that case. So she did open the door based on her direct examination.
Honor, these are very serious allegations that the petitioner's attorney is now alleging against my client. She is insisting that my client has now committed perjury. My client has no criminal history and is not being charged with perjury.
Not yet. That's foreshadowing, Josh. We've only just begun to live.
So I don't know. Like, that's just an allegation. Again, these cases are completely different. We're hearing
Actually, Josh, if you do a little more reading, they are completely the same.
that the attorney testified that these are the same. These are not the same matters. This
I don't know, man. Clayton's just Greg in a new skin suit, honestly.
questions in this cross-examination of my client regarding these issues, again, would be inappropriate and is outside the scope of this hearing. In fact, it even sounds like she's trying to bring up character evidence, which would be inadmissible in a hearing like this.
I'm going to sustain the objection again. So if there's other things you want to ask about her testimony, Kim, you have about 2 more minutes.
Ms. Owens, you understand, and you testified under oath, that Mr. Eckert.
Also, too, I enjoyed the display of like theatrics because I have to, I mean, and I guess not everybody's the same, but if somebody was sitting, I've been there, right, where an attorney's calling you a liar. And I just like, yeah, no. Like, it doesn't have to be this giant production.
Blocked you from communicating with him, correct?
He would block and unblock.
Or he would block
but
it.
not from communication.
He would block and you would get a new phone number.
From it was on a text number, but we were always in email communication as recently as the day before I went to the press. He sent me an email. So,
well, Mr. Eckert told you he didn't want you contacting him anymore and then would block your telephone number, correct?
She made a pearl necklace clutching audacity her whole personality.
But told me to email him.
With the results, with any results.
Oh, and these are yes or no questions. Isn't it true that Mr. Eckert indicated he did not want you contacting him anymore and then would block your telephone number?
Actually, that's incorrect from the early.
Stop talking. He's so done with this. He's like, I can't get her to stop talking.
Resolution conference that we had, Mr. Eckert told me specifically to contact him via text. I've forgotten that. If you look at the transcript from that hearing, you would see that. And I haven't contacted him via text after he told me to.
No, I did it all through email.
But can you take a look at Exhibit 55 for me, please?
I don't have an Exhibit 55.
Your Honor, these are supplemental exhibits.
That would have been the ones that are their exhibits that they would have sent you. It may not be marked by number. Is, I guess the issue. Hers may not be marked by number.
They are, Your Honor.
Let me check my email. I did not see his exhibits. Excuse me. Let me.
And Your Honor, I'm asking for more time because her not being prepared, knowing I presented these exhibits to her attorney yesterday, is coming into my time, and I have still several questions I think to ask.
I was not aware that he was getting more exhibits added after he already had testified, so I apologize. That's text messages between the parties dated 5/25/23. That's all I have. I don't have the actual exhibit.
That's the first one. And then there is another one after that. Do you see?
You have the exhibit that's from May 25th?
I don't see anything. I literally just am seeing a list of plaintiff's trial exhibits 55 through 63.
Jumping Fox.
Can you explain what the context is for me to understand?
Are you able to scroll down?
Your Honor, I'm concerned if she doesn't have these exhibits that we're going to need more time because this is very important that I get through this testimony. And I provided these to counsel in advance to avoid this exact issue. And had Ms. Owens been present, this wouldn't have been an issue at all.
Right, but I have a protective order against Mr. Eckert.
So what? It's a courthouse. There are police there. You can get an escort from your car to the courthouse and to and from. Every excuse in the book, girl.
All right. Can you find the exhibits or not?
Let me just try to see if I can scroll down. Hang on. Maybe if I make my screen smaller. I see. Oh, yes, I do. Hang on. I think I see them. I see exhibit 55. Yes, I do.
Go ahead.
Ms. Owens, do you see Exhibit 55 is a text message communication between you and Clayton dated May 25th of 2023, correct?
Correct. The day after he didn't file the
I would move to admit these exhibits, Your Honor. This exhibit.
So it's not testimony. She's asked you if you recognize the exhibit. Any objection to 55?
I don't remember sending
I'll
it.
admit 55.
Stop talking. Why? I wonder if he had said, like, please don't talk. Hi, Claire.
Okay.
And here, Ms. Owens, on May 25th
Hi,
of 2023, Clayton says to you, I'm debating filing a police report. Please leave me alone, correct?
The context needs to be stated. He did not
Ms.
make
Owens, I am asking you yes or no questions.
And he was found in
Your
violation.
attorney will have the time to ask you a question again, Ms. Owens. So just answer her question, and your attorney will have an opportunity to question you again.
Okay, then can you? I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question? I'm sorry. This is
Your
ridiculous.
Honor, I'm concerned that
This is ridiculous. You're holding me accountable. This is ridiculous. I don't like it. I don't like it.
doing this intentionally to eat it.
All right, let's just ask the questions. You're wasting more time saying all that stuff.
Ms. Owens, isn't it true that on this text message dated May 25th of 2023, Clayton responded to you and said, I'm debating filing a police report. Please leave me alone, correct?
That's what the text message says. I don't have that, but sure.
And
that's what
right below that, you sent him another text message, correct?
That's what it shows. Correct.
Okay. Can we
It
move
just-
to Exhibit 56? It should be the next page of the document, please.
Your Honor, how are we on time? Because I know you said 3 minutes. I
We're
understand.
close on time, so I want to leave everyone time to do a closing if they choose to.
You see
I don't like when she angles her head like that. Scary.
emails between you and Clayton dated June 28th of 2023, correct?
Correct, but the middle email is missing from him. But correct, yes.
You're going to move for the admission of Exhibit 56, please.
But it's missing the
56.
middle
Yeah, Your
email.
Honor, I'm going to object because this isn't everything in whole. You can see that there's an email missing between these two emails. There wasn't any foundation that was laid.
But this was one of many emails sent between the two of us. Clayton changed his mind many times.
I do.
I think that I would make a great Laura Owens. It's not even 7 a.m.
I think it's me. Me.
I'm just referring to these exhibits. Do you recognize these exhibits? These messages?
I mean, that's what they said. I haven't gotten to read through them, but I mean, that's what it says.
Well, if your lawyer had sent them to you yesterday, you should have read through them. Oh. I am so
Do you believe these
annoyed.
are a representation of the exhibits, of the emails that were sent?
I know that my name when I email somebody else has a picture of me with a horse instead of the LO. So I don't know if that's relevant. Whereas like Clayton's picture is shown with Clayton Eckert. So I don't know if that's relevant. If I read these quickly, I can see if
We're going to shave my hairline back.
Clayton, put the lotion in the basket.
they are mine.
I wonder if we could get sponsored by Monster. Hey, who is that? Hi, thank you.
Going to trust that they are mine, but I haven't gotten a chance to read through them.
Rock opera.
Your Honor, she did testify that she recognized these to be emails dated June 28th of 2023, so I'm asking for their admission.
Again, the middle email is missing where Clayton tried to trap me, but
Your Honor, I'm asking if the court strike that. There's no.
I'm sorry. Did you say try to trap you? Is that?
Oh, how the turns have tabled.
Question before her right now regarding that.
I'll strike that statement. I will go ahead and admit Exhibit 56.
In Exhibit 56, Ms. Owens, on line 1, you say, I just need clarity as to what we are doing. I've offered to give you control over the outcome of the pregnancy if we date exclusively and care for each other, correct?
Correct, which was one thought on one day, and I took that away after, yes.
And this is the exact same statement that you made to Mr. Gillespie back in July of 2021, isn't it?
I have no idea what statement I made to Mr. Gillespie, but both pregnancies have been medically proven, and I have the documentation and sent it.
But Ms. Owens,
All right.
but
We can't keep
HIPAA
everyone
records.
talking over each other.
I sent the HIPAA records. I released my HIPAA records.
Ms. Owens,
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You literally didn't. You never did. Thanks. Clean up in aisle 5.
question before you, Your Honor. I'm asking the court to strike these statements.
All right. So let's try to just answer the question. If you,
I don't know what I said in 2021.
okay, so if you don't remember, just say, I don't know what I said.
Look at Josh is like, dear God, help! Anybody!
I don't know.
That if I said that. Okay,
I don't
there
know.
we go. All right, so but we have room for like one more question, and we're going to be doing closing argument.
And Your Honor, again, I would just ask that in lieu of closing argument that I be permitted to ask.
I've already done that.
Okay.
We're already at 11:56 at the moment. So,
Your Honor. And here, Ms. Owens, isn't it true?
I want to know why the judge during this whole thing has not admonished Laura Owens. Why would she not reprimand her? Or why would she not tell this lawyer to get his client under control? Guys, I'm tired of you giving away spoiler alerts.
That you alleged you were pregnant with twins with Mr. Gillespie in June of 2021.
No, that was an email that he doctored in 2021 that I have already testified about that in the other case. So no, I never said I was pregnant with twins.
You're going to regret that, girl.
Can you please take a look
Again,
at our exhibit?
Josh is like, at this point, Josh looks like he's third party on a first date. He's like, you guys are making out now.
This was an exhibit that, whatever it is, I'm guessing I know what it is. It was one message that was doctored by Mr. Gillespie that appeared a year into the court case I had with him.
Right, and we've already discussed the fact that I'm not really considering all of that. So let's Mr. Closing.
Your Honor, my concern here, and again, I mean this with all due respect, but Ms. Owens has a pattern of behavior here. She has previously made identical allegations in another case. The exhibits that I have today.
What has Stephen called me a dumbass? I don't know what that is.
Supplemental exhibits all support that the statements she's made to Mr. Eckert are almost identical to statements made to Mr. Gillespie in 2021. This is highly concerning behavior. She has now perjured herself on several occasions during testimony, and I am not being given the opportunity to show the court the documents to support that she is lying under oath.
I have proven my pregnancies and had my records sent to Mr. Eckert.
Okay, Ms. Owens, Ms. Owens, we're not testifying right now.
I'm sorry.
Even if it was true that Ms. Owens did that in the past, which we did not.
She looks. You guys ever take a nap and then you wake up and you think you have to go to work, but you don't because it's 3 p.m. and you don't know where you are? But you were accidentally asleep for 2 hours. Or you wake up and you're like, oh my God, it's my first day of first grade. But actually, I've just been taking a nap. She looks so bewildered. Oh my God. I am so sorry. My stomach hurts. My twins. My twins. Oh, God. Ugh. I'm so sorry, you guys. Bacon, pull up the short. All right, hold on. You guys, I can't with this content anymore. Where is it? Hold on.
I've been called every name in the book. Steve has called me a dumbass. Fucking moron. He likes to say my full name when he refers to me.
What kind of fucking seventh layer of hell have I found myself in? That's just all I can think of, though, is like when you wake up from a fucking nap and you're just like, what the fuck? Oh my God. I'm so sorry. Oh God. Hold on. It's another video to watch. I'll have to watch that one. Her Facebook post about how Dave Neal was harassing her. She lists all the grievances and said that Steve called her a dumbass. Just know she's a screamer. Oh God. Her eyes are going in two different directions from the incoming accountability. Oh God. Rewind and watch. Hold on. We got to watch Greg. Oh God. This face is amazing. Oh. All right, let's watch Greg. Hold on. Rewind. Sorry, guys. Oh.
Correct?
Correct, which was one thought on one day, and I took that away after. Yes.
And this is the exact same statement that you made to Mr. Gillespie back in July of 2021, isn't it?
It's pure joy.
I have no idea what statement I made to Mr. Gillespie, but both pregnancies have been medically proven, and I have the documentation and sent it.
But Ms. Owens,
All right.
I
We can't keep
released HIPAA
everyone
records.
talking over each other.
I sent the HIPAA records. I released my HIPAA records.
Ms. Owens, there's no question before you. Your Honor, I'm asking the court to strike these statements.
All right. So let's try to just answer the question. If you,
I don't know what I said in 2021.
okay, so if you don't remember, just say, I don't know what I said.
I don't know.
That if I said that. Okay,
I don't know.
Here we go.
Yeah.
All right, so but we have room for like one more question, and we're going to be doing closing argument.
And Your Honor, again, I would just ask that in lieu of closing argument that I be permitted to ask.
I've already done that.
Okay.
We're already at 11:56 at the moment. So,
Okay, Your Honor. And here, Ms. Owens, isn't it true that you alleged you were pregnant with twins with Mr. Gillespie in June of 2021?
No, that was an email that he doctored in 2021 that I have already testified about that in the other case. So no, I never said I was pregnant with twins.
Can you please take a look
Again,
at our exhibit?
This was an exhibit that, whatever it is, I'm guessing I know what it is. It was one message that was doctored by Mr.
Look at him
Gillespie
down
that appeared
here.
a year into the court case I had with him.
Right, and we've already discussed the fact that I'm not really considering all of that. So let's Mr. Closing.
Your Honor, my concern here, and again, I mean this with all due respect. Ms. Owens has a pattern of behavior here. She has previously made identical allegations in another case. The exhibits that I have today, as supplemental exhibits, all support that the statements she's made to Mr. Eckert are almost identical to statements made to Mr. Gillespie in 2021. This is highly concerning behavior. She has now perjured herself on several occasions during testimony, and I am not being given the opportunity.
House of Flux, hi.
Opportunity to show the court the documents to support that she is lying under oath.
I have proven my pregnancies and had my records sent to Mr. Eckert.
Okay,
we have Raiders? Hi. Hi, Raiders. We can get Raiders on YouTube? What the hell's going on? Hi. You guys missed it, but I'll just tell you, hi, LSB. Oh, LSB, I grabbed the name of that lip thing that you wanted, but hello. Welcome. Hi, guys. For any of you who are new here, my name is Bacon Bears, and we now make fun of Laura Owens on this channel because that's all we do. And you guys just missed it. I just had like a 10-minute breakdown because I was watching her, and I didn't know you could rate on YouTube. I thought that was only a Twitch thing. But hello, everyone. Megan Fox. I gave you credit, but I used you in my upcoming video. I have not had a chance to watch your stuff in full, but I will get to it eventually because this case is now my life. But I am so interested to talk to you. Welcome in. Sorry if you disrupted me. No. Welcome. So actually, this is the part where this is the face. I'm going to make it a meme. Hold on.
Ms. Owens, we're not testifying right now.
I'm sorry.
Even if it was true.
Okay, so this had me in stitches for about 20 minutes because this is the face that you make up, that you have when you take an accident nap and you wake up and you don't know if you have to go to the first day of school or not. Yeah, so apparently I have accidentally fallen into a cult. I actually just thanked everybody earlier because you guys have been so wonderful and so welcoming. And this has just been pure fun. So welcome to my community. I have a trip today. I am driving to Louisiana, so I will have all the time. I do want to go check out Megan's stuff. I know about Dave, but I haven't been able to check out stuff because I've been doing all of this. Laura Owens has consumed my life.
Because that's what she does. You put the lotion in the basket, or I have babies again.
So that's what I've been doing. Apparently, I told my husband, I said, they have lifted me up like they're King Julian and throwing me into the volcano. So yeah, here we are. Okay, so anyways, we're going to watch this part. I guess you guys came in at the right time. Hey, I didn't even know we could raid people. This is so exciting. Welcome.
True that Ms. Owens did that in the past, which we are denying. But even if it was true, that has no relation to this specific case. Just because she may have done it before doesn't mean she's doing it now. And we have presented evidence showing.
Just because she does it before. This woman, somebody put in my comments, which is hilarious. It is scientifically impossible to get pregnant with twins like 4 different times. Is it? Maybe? I don't know. You guys have robes? I want robes. Look at her.
I may have done this before with Greg. And I also may have done it before with Mike. And I also may have done it before that with some other guy who doesn't want to get involved with this because I'm psychotic. But I am definitely not doing it right now.
That she is pregnant.
This is so funny.
We have presented evidence showing
I object.
why
That's
she is.
false. There's no
We're
evidence
going to do
presented.
closing arguments now. So whoever wants to do a closing argument, Ms. Arena, go ahead.
I'm
Your Honor,
excited to drink the coolant.
this is a clear case of harassment. The court has seen through all of the exhibits submitted by Mr. Eckert and the additional exhibits that we presented today that the parties had an encounter in May of 2020. Mr. Eckert did not have sexual intercourse with Ms. Owens. Shortly thereafter, Ms. Owens.
Hold on.
Just because she may have done it before.
Hold on, wait.
The court has seen through all of the exhibits submitted by Mr. Eckert and the additional exhibits that we presented today that the parties had an encounter in May of 2020. Mr. Eckert did not have sexual intercourse with Ms. Owens.
He literally had sexual intercourse with my mouth.
Shortly thereafter, Ms. Owens began claiming she was pregnant with Mr. Eckert's child, with an alleged child. Mr. Eckert repeatedly, from May to today's date, has pleaded with Ms. Owens to stop contacting him.
What? What? What do you mean he's pleaded with me? I've got 13 different phone numbers! Ah!
He has blocked her number on several occasions, and she gets a new number
Clayton.
and or uses an app to continue contacting him.
Is that not true? Is it not true? Is it not true? Is it not true?
It has not stopped. Mr. Eckert has lost job opportunities, speaking engagements. He has suffered extreme emotional distress.
Oh my God!
Over the
I can't.
I forgot to turn the voice off. Whenever she just keeps going, the face keeps facing, girl.
claims that are
Camille Vasquez is a queen. Yes.
baseless, and over her repeated outreach attempts after pleading with her to stop. This is the definition of harassment.
Oh, the tongue. I do the tongue when I get mad. When I'm silent and then I'm mad and I'm just like, bitch, I'm about to beat your ass.
The court's well aware harassment is defined per the statute as a series of acts over any period of
Serving looks.
I'm serving Luke's girl.
time that is directed at a specific person and that would cause a reasonable person to be seriously alarmed, annoyed, or harassed. And the conduct, in fact, seriously alarms, annoys, or harasses the person and serves no legitimate
I
purpose.
think she knows that she can't talk, so she's trying to talk without talking. And instead, she's just like,
Ms. Owens has fabricated a pregnancy now twice on two separate occasions. Mr. Eckert is
my
the second
God.
victim
Oh, my God. Hold on. One back.
of pregnancy now twice on two separate occasions.
All right, men. This coming at you in the middle of the night. Just
Love me. Date me. Hey, this is crazy, but here's my number. I'll kill your baby.
oh my God. I don't even know if I can quit this case. I think I might just have to, when I'm done, when I finally get done with it, start over at the beginning.
Mr. Eckert is the second victim of this. She has provided no medical records to support that she is in fact pregnant. As the court saw, her Exhibit 46, Your Honor,
She's like, objection? Yeah. I've done this at least 4 times that are documented. So
is not medical records to support a pregnancy. It is merely, and I'd like to draw the court's attention to this, it is a picture.
Yeah, that's a face I give to my kids when they're doing some stupid ass shit.
Of a test completed at Banner on June 1st of 2023 regarding HCG. It does not say it is a positive pregnancy test. The next page, Your Honor.
Look at him.
Sorry.
Look at him. He's like, please, good Lord, for fuck's sake, if you say one more goddamn word, I'm going to cut my bangs. If you guys know what that's from, please let me know.
It's not your turn.
I'm sorry, it does. Okay.
It's not your
Okay. All right.
turn. It is very questionable, as a woman who's been pregnant before, that Miss Owens goes to Banner to get an alleged pregnancy test on.
No, her around a bunch of women that she can't manipulate. Oh, she's going to hate it if she goes to prison. I'm going to love it. She's going to hate it.
June 1st, and then she never goes back to Banner Health for any additional testing. The next page of this exhibit is simply a screenshot of an upcoming appointment with a Dr. McCool on Monday, July 24th, 2023. There are no records to support.
What do you mean my lies are unraveling in front of me? Shit!
That she is an active patient with Dr. McCool, that he is her perinatalogist. There's nothing. We just have.
That's such a good point. She has been in court often enough to know how to behave. She has done this so many times.
A screenshot of an appointment that was made, which anyone can do online. The next record, Your Honor, this is
Madel,
now
hi.
a HCG test from any lab test now in Scottsdale. This is not a positive pregnancy test. This is a positive HCG test. Why is she going to a new provider for a alleged pregnancy test on October 16th? These next two pages of records, Your Honor, it's hard to tell what they are. They look like they are screen grabs of an appointment that is unclear. It's just unclear. At the root of this case, and the reason that Mr. Eckert is fearful, he is scared.
Hey, have you seen the body cam of the welfare check the FBI called in and the dog goes pee on the floor? I have not. Thank you for that super chat. I appreciate you. I have not. I will write that down. More body cam footage. Actually, I think I'm just going to watch Schnitzel's channel for the rest of my life because this is what we do now. I have a running list on what the people want to see.
That there has been a fabricated pregnancy. She has participated in several paternity tests, none of which have come back showing any proof or any signs of fetal DNA, Your Honor. If it wasn't for the fact that she has done this before in another case, this is unbelievable. It is very alarming. She lied under oath, and she lied under oath at the last hearing. She's not being truthful today.
Look at it. I'm watching Josh. Look at, he's like, oh God.
These next two pages of records, Your Honor, it's hard to tell what they are. They look like they are screen grabs of an appointment that is unclear. It's just unclear. At the root of this case, and the reason that Mr. Eckert is fearful, he is scared, is the fact that there has been a fabricated pregnancy. She has participated in several paternity tests, none of which have come back showing any proof or any signs of fetal DNA, Your Honor.
You didn't know Monster drinks have folic acid in it? Come on now. That's what I drank my whole pregnancy.
If it wasn't for the fact that she has done this before in another case, This is
What I wouldn't give for him to do. Who's that little kid from The Simpsons? It's one of my favorite memes. It's Lisa Simpson talking to that little, like, oh, I'm in danger. That kid, and it's like when I don't know how to end a conversation and he just like barrel rolls down a hill. I would give anything for him to just roll out of his chair and out of the courtroom.
unbelievable. It is very alarming. She lied under oath, and she lied under oath at the last hearing. She's not being truthful today, and my client is legitimately fearful of what else she's capable of. He's asking that this court recognize
Ralph Wiggum.
He has done everything to handle this appropriately. He has begged and pleaded with her to stop contacting him. There is no reason for these two to have communication, despite what Ms. Owens will say regarding this alleged pregnancy. There is no proven pregnancy at this point. So we are asking that this court find that she has harassed Mr. Eckert from May of 2023 up until today's date, and we're asking that the court find that the injunction against harassment needs to be ordered and maintained.
Thank you, Mr. Lopez.
Yes, Your Honor.
She's like, Mr. Lopez, and he's like, how do I follow that? I don't, listen.
I would agree with Clayton that Laura's communications with him were alarming, annoying, harassing, if in fact Laura wasn't pregnant, and if in fact he wasn't responding to her through the over 4-month period that she's been pregnant. She is pregnant, and he has been responding.
You know that? You know that? Do you know that?
Clayton has not met his burden in this matter. He's claimed that the amount of texts and emails has caused him to be alarmed, annoyed, harassed. Well, for starters, the reason there are so many emails and text messages is because the chosen form of communication between Laura and Clayton was through emails and text messages, and because that was how Clayton wanted them to communicate, not in person, not over the phone, but through emails and text messages.
I just, because I watch so many trials, I would love to see the clownery that happens in her trial. I really would. And I would love to see, because especially a high profile case, if she gets any sort of decent judge, they are not going to stand it one bit.
And second, we are talking about a span, again, of over 4 months or more. There are going to be a lot of text messages during that time. There are going to be a lot of emails during that time.
I've known my husband for 13 years. I'm not sure I have texted him that many times.
Third, he claimed in his petition that he has not responded to Laura and that he had blocked her. Now, that is clearly a lie. And
I would object. That misstates the evidence. There is clear evidence to support that the messages are showing from a blocked sender. That is not accurate.
Your Honor, some of those messages may have been blocked, but there are other communications in the exhibit, in Clinton's own exhibit.
You know, I think I'm going to be Laura Owens' friend. She strikes me as a real girl's girl.
That show that he did respond to my client, whether it be in emails or text messages, and we've provided those some of those exhibits in the ones that were admitted to this court. Now, Laura testified that there was communication even aside from the exhibits that we've presented. It's impossible to put all the communication within over 4 months into a short hearing, essentially. Now, I want to talk about the content of that communication. All of the communication from my client to Clayton was meant for legitimate purposes and not to annoy him, not to harass him, not to alarm him. Almost all communication between Laura and Clayton was for the purposes of the pregnancy and paternity. The only other sort of communication from my client.
I don't think we know yet. I think we still have to wait on whether she takes that plea deal or not, which I find it very interesting that there has been no word on that. I'm hopeful.
Lord Clayton was in relation to the post that he put online when my client would receive harassing messages from Clayton's fans and his followers. So the communication around that time, call it August, September, was toward Clayton asking him to take those different things down so that my client wouldn't be harassed.
I don't think that was Josh. I think the declaration of candor was Corey Keith. Right?
Throughout this entire time, since May, Clayton has never been clear with what he's wanted to do. He's been wishy-washy the entire time.
Oh, interesting.
First, he didn't believe that my client was pregnant. So she sent him proof, and she sent him proof again. He wanted numerous forms of proof. You saw in our exhibit the video of Miss Owens pregnant. That was a video that Clayton asked my client to send to him. How can you ask someone to send you proof of their pregnancy and then now call it harassment? Now say that you're alarmed. Now say that you're annoyed. Now say that you're harassed. That doesn't make any sense. He was also wishy-washy about what should be done with the unborn children. And we're talking about at the beginning, around May, June. Should she have the children? Should they be aborted? Are we going to give them up for adoption? Am I going to have sole custody? Is she going to have sole custody? He was never consistent with what he wanted. I'm sure maybe he thought one thing one day and maybe he thought something else another day. And then he thought,
I have to say, watching Josh do this, oh, hold on one second. Ow, fuck. God damn it. Ugh. Sorry, my sister's here. But one of the things when I'm watching Josh, these are not bad arguments. For a closing argument, this is a pretty decent. I mean, if you think about how people have to fight for their client and you watch things about like defense attorneys and things like that, this is not an unreasonable argument.
back to we didn't know what he wanted. And that was communication that was going both ways, back and forth between Clayton and Laura. Again, he hasn't been consistent. And that is what the root of this problem is. That is why there's so many communications back and forth. Had this been done in person, had they chosen to meet up physically or talk over the phone, things wouldn't get lost in translation through email, through text. But that's how they chose, that's how Clayton chose how he wanted communication with Laura. And that's what made everything so difficult. During this time period, Laura actually had to hire another attorney to help facilitate.
It's not Little Ham. It's actually my middle sister, Pork Chop. You want to be on stream? We're watching this thing. It's almost done. I'm talking with all these people right here. No, we're listening to this case.
Facilitate paternity testing. That didn't work. So then Laura had to file a matter out of the family court to create a
These are
parenting
not
plan.
facts and evidence at this time. These are exhibits that Mr. Lopez did not get to present.
I think she testified that she filed a paternity lawsuit.
And they did not have, neither of them, my client nor Clayton, have had an attorney in that family matter. So they are forced to communicate with each other because they needed to meet and confer. They needed to submit a resolution plan. So there's going to be text and communications back and forth from the two of them. Everything that you've heard during, whether it was our case in chief or the petitioner's case in chief, this is a snapshot of what has happened over the course of over 4 months. We were not able to present.
No, I think what he's trying to put out is he's trying to say that Clayton had told her he doesn't want anything to do with the babies, and then, have the babies, and then, no, have the abortion, and then take the Plan B bills, and then if you have the babies, I'll take 100% sole custody. There was kind of this back. Listen, when you are an attorney and you are representing someone like this, you have to, and this is what I try to see from the defense's side all the time, and I just can't do it, which is why I would never be able to be a defense attorney. You have to just throw whatever you can at the wall. And I don't find that to be a completely unreasonable argument for his client. Obviously, that's not the way that I feel, but when you're putting yourself in his shoes and he needs to represent his client to the best of his ability, I think that's a reasonable argument.
Everything. all communications between my client and Clayton were for legitimate purposes. Again, not to harass him. Look at the exhibit. Look at the ones that Clayton submitted. There are clear.
True, except you can't legally force someone to talk to you, except for you, Megan, because if you don't talk to me, then I'm having these babies tonight. So, congrats, you're a dad.
Exhibits that show that he was sending messages to her. We had submitted exhibits showing that Clayton had been communicating with her. So the fact that in the petition itself states that he had not responded to her, that's completely untrue.
Yeah, now that he has representation, it is for, well, and here's the thing though, because, oh, hi, everybody say hi, pork chop. He's back there. We're leaving to go on a little road trip. But the thing is, so she had a lawyer representing her, and when Clayton was pro se, she should never have been communicating with Clayton. It should have been her lawyer communicating with Clayton. And now that she has an attorney, it should only be the two attorneys speaking to each other.
He had indicated in his petition that my client had harassed him. Well, that's not what happened. Who was the one that was posting videos online and getting harassed? Clayton was posting the videos. My client was getting harassed.
Honestly, I think that this case should be put in law schools and everybody should be like, defend this client as like a test, as a final test.
Not one communication. There wasn't one communication that indicated after they had been in communication since May. Since then, there was no communications that were sent to my client telling my client, stop texting me, stop emailing me, stop calling me. Not one. They presented one exhibit that shows one message that indicated that, oh, I may call the police, something like that. It seems like he might be worried. But since then, he had been communicating with my client. So again, you can't say that you are being alarmed, annoyed, harassed, but then going ahead and then emailing my client.
And honestly, I think that's the only thing I think that he has is the fact that Clayton would dip a toe in and then step back out and dip a toe in because he was naturally trying to get this to go away as simple as possible.
Texting my client. And again, for all of those reasons, I think that the communication between my client and Mr. Eckerd were for legitimate purposes for the...
We'll put out a response.
To determine pregnancy itself.
This one was the November 2nd date. Do you want to get on camera? All right, well, go sit over here. I'll get you on camera. You can be on camera. That's fine. The people are requesting. Ugh. All right, we're pulling an audible, friends. You're going to have this because that's what you got. That's all you got. Sorry. All right, you guys are going to see my messy setup, but we're going to have pork chop. Okay, hold on. Turn your mic on. You got to turn it. No, you got to turn it on. Oh, also, you're going to need headphones. All right, we're adding pork chop to the chat for a second. I guess the kids are staying all day in school. So
no.
Well, I got to finish this, and you want to get on stream, so
the people are requesting.
Now you got to do what you got to do. Hold on. You're going to need these. I'll take these because they have my earwax in them. Okay. All right.
No, I'm not up to speed. I have no idea what is going on.
Make sure you're talking into your microphone.
I have no idea what's going on in this interview.
Why can't I hear you? They can hear you, but I can't hear you. Oh, there we go. Okay, so let me tell you. This girl gave this guy 2 blowjobs.
Hold on, who?
This girl. Hold on, let me see if I can get your Okay. Hold on. We're about to trial by fire somebody new. Oh, let me see this. All right. My lighting's going to be a little weird. All right, there you are. Oh. Okay, and then we need to put you in here. So we'll add a video capture device. Add. Okay, there you are. And then we will crop you. There you go. We've only just begun. And now you're on stream with me.
Wow.
Here we are. Okay, so here's what I'm going to tell you. Crazy Eyes down here gave this guy 2 mouth hugs. And then she was like, boom, I'm pregnant with twins. And he was like, shit. And then she came over because he didn't believe her. And so she had to take a pregnancy test in front of him. And it came up positive. And he's like, what the fuck? And she's like, it's only yours. And he's like, no, it's not. Well, anyways, it turns out that maybe, I don't know for sure yet, but they think that she was injecting HCG injection so that she could pop a positive pregnancy test.
Pop that turkey baster.
And then she decided to alter sonograms. She stole her sister's sonogram. She stole another sonogram, an ultrasound from the internet to give to this man. And then like he's going through it because he's the Bachelor. Thank you for this super chat. So then they're he's on the Bachelor. And so then somebody DMs him and they're like, hey, you're not the only one. And they find out that there's like 4 other dudes that she's done this to. One guy has spent over $300,000 in litigation in like court fees to try to protect himself. And another guy, she's had a restraining order on him for like 5 years. And she made this like really shitty TEDx talk. And she was like, he strangled me so hard that he gave me epilepsy. Well, then everybody in the chat crowdfunded for him to get his laptop forensically analyzed, and it turns out that she was like, no, actually I got epilepsy because I was in an Uber accident, and nobody knows if she has epilepsy or 7 uteruses, but now she claims she has autism, and I think I've covered it all. Let me know if I missed anything. And so anyways, we're watching her lie in real time on here because this is before she goes to court. And then she gets charged with 14 felony counts of perjury, fraud, theft by extortion, schemes and artifices, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And that's it.
But is she actually pregnant?
No, she's never been pregnant. Allegedly, all for entertainment purposes only. Pork chop's already on to her, I think. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, and then some guy named Steve called her a dumbass. Okay, that was a nice brief synopsis. Sister twins. Actually, what you didn't know is I'm 40 and Ham is 24, and we were made because we were both mouth babies. So here we are. That's it. Oh, God. Anyways. Oh,
my God.
So, and allegedly she wore a fake.
Is she our mom?
She allegedly wore a fake pregnancy bump as well. And she was moving it around.
I feel like I've seen this movie before.
Yeah. Okay. This is pork chop. The youngest one is Ham. So I'm bacon. This one's pork chop. And then the littlest one is little Ham. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray. Oops, sorry. Where is it?
I pray the Lord my soul to keep. And if I die before I wake, I pray for Steve to call my enemies a dumbass.
Is she our mom? All right. So here we go. They're doing closing arguments.
Moving into determining paternity itself, to trying to schedule paternity testing with the attorney, to the family court matter, and to today. And so for all those reasons, we're requesting that this be dismissed. Thank you.
Your Honor, in rebuttal, none of the communication from Ms. Owens to Clayton has been for a legitimate purpose. As the court has heard today, it is clear there has been no DNA test or test of any kind to support that she is allegedly pregnant with Mr. Eckert's twins. There is no reason for these parties to communicate. What Mr. Lopez is proposing is that if you block someone, but they find another way to contact you, and then you tell them you still don't want to talk to them in a polite email or a polite message, then that's not harassment.
Look at her face. Look at her face. She's like,
what
Watch
Mr. Lopez is proposing is that if you block someone, but they find another way to contact you, and then you tell them you still don't want to talk to them in a polite email or a polite message, then that's not harassment. That is the epitome of harassment, Your Honor. The court has received exhibits in the first hearing from Mr. Eckert supporting that she would find other avenues to communicate with him after he had blocked her. Again.
She claims to have perfected the Haktua trick shot. She was like, Boom, twins.
It is Mr. Eckert's position that that this pregnancy has been fabricated. And I want to be clear on this, Your Honor.
Willie.
It's possible that Ms. Owens is pregnant, but it's my client's position that he did not have sexual intercourse with her, and she is not pregnant with his alleged twins. And that is the root of the issue here. There has been no support for this alleged pregnancy other than her attempts to show the court and or Mr. Eckert a picture of her alleged pregnancy.
Bro, also, they have a clip of her where she's on a phone call and it's recorded and she allegedly farts and she's like, sorry.
Which, again, we suspect may still be fabricated. So there has been no legitimate purpose to her communication other than to harass Mr. Eckert to try to force a relationship
Her eyes are about
on
to
him.
pop out of her head.
I know.
She told Mr.
She just looks bewildered all the time. She looks like that little kid from Pete's Dragon where they find her in the woods and her hair is unbrushed and her eyes are all wild.
No, she looks like a mix between Miranda Sings and one of those keychains of an animal that you squish and the eyes pop out.
Her name is Cynthia.
Cynthia. Oh, Cynthia. Jesus died for our Cynthias. Jesus cried. Runaway bride. Julia Roberts. Julia Rob hurts.
You know what's so funny is your camera is just like you have the bokeh, you have like the fade in the back and like a little light, and it's giving slam poetry right now. It's so funny.
Eckert, on multiple occasions, that she was
Look at her. That's the look my mom used to give me before she'd beat my ass.
going to force him to communicate with her.
Oh my God, the judge's name is actually Cynthia. Oh my God, it is. Cynthia.
Whether he wanted to or not. And he has been clear. He does not want any additional communication from her.
All right, thank you. So, as I stated when we first started this hearing,
They're giving you snaps.
I'm not making a determination as to whether or not she's pregnant or not. That is a family court matter. That case is pending before the family court. The testing or whatever is going to happen is a result of that. So
You know what? Do you want to leave right now? Or do you want to watch? Should we have Pork Chop watch the cross-examination?
not making a decision and a determination today whether or not there is a valid or invalid pregnancy.
Hi, Wings.
I understand Ms. Record's position is there isn't. I understand her position is there is. That's where we are at the moment. With regards to the evidence and the communication, the court at this time does find there were a series of events that were aimed at the plaintiff that would cause a reasonable person to be alarmed, annoyed, or harassed, that he was in fact alarmed, annoyed, or harassed. I do find they do not serve a legitimate purpose. Messages that have been sent, one, he blocked her on numerous occasions. She even said in the blocking communication, can you unblock me so I can unblock you again? I got a new number and then there's another new number. I think that's clear that he does not wish to have communication. Nature of the communication, while maybe surrounds the pregnancy, the communication that I have a lot of concerns with are the ones where she's trying to make offers to him to continue.
Listen, I know all about disassociation. I know all about how to exit a room when you don't like the answer that you're given. And that's exactly what she's doing right here. She's just like,
continue a relationship that she is trying to facilitate. If you do this, then I'll give you this. Those kinds of messages are of the nature that are harassing and can be viewed as alarming, annoying, or harassing. There are a number of messages that were admitted that are attempts at, I view kind of almost as trying to, get him to do and agree to things that are not necessarily, it's not like we said, hey, can you take the paternity test? And he said, no. Hey, can you reconsider? I want to do a paternity test. And then I went and filed a lawsuit because you wouldn't do it. I mean, that's one thing. 500 emails back and forth, or messages, I'll say text messages and emails over that period of time to try to clarify and do that is beyond what was necessary to be able to communicate those things. There were a number of threats to go to the media, which were other additional attempts to try to use the media as manipulation, or the threat to go to the media as manipulation. I find those to be alarming, annoying, or harassing. So I'm going to grant the injunction at this time. injunction is going to prevent any communication outside of the legal process, and specifically legal process and court hearings. So I am going to grant the injunction, and so I will sign the granted injunction today. And then I know Ms. Owens isn't present, but we can give a copy of the signed injunction, obviously, to Mr. Lopez today. But whether or not ultimately she needs to be served with it, so that the service of the injunction is appropriate, so it will go into effect once the injunction is served upon her. It would remain in effect for a period of 1 year. This was the hearing that she had as a result of that, so there's not an additional time to request an additional hearing. And if you guys want to wait for a few minutes, I'll sign an order. If there were exhibits that you did not offer that you wish to have returned to you, you can let the clerk know and she can release those back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so the injunction is granted. All right, so do you want to see her get roasted in court?
Only if you promise that we can go to Portillo's when we leave.
Portillo's?
I'm hungry.
Portillo's.
Chat. Tell her to take me to Portillo's.
All right. Let's real quick. Hold on. Let's switch this over. Just real quick. Hold on. Let's watch.
Oh, I got one.
Here it is.
Attorney, I know how to answer.
Oh, I got two.
Hold on. Also, how do I mute my whole board, by the way? Attorney, I know how to answer the questions.
All right, when you're ready. Good morning, Ms. Owens.
Good morning.
You understand that you're currently under oath and must testify truthfully today, correct?
There we go.
Correct.
And you understand the difference between the truth and the lie, right?
Obviously, yes.
Obviously.
And you would agree with me that fabricating or doctoring evidence.
Oh, that picture? That's a picture that she sent to Clayton to prove that she was pregnant.
Bro, I could do that. Right now.
Morning.
Vector.
So you should send a picture of your body to Clayton Eckerd so that he knows you're pregnant with his twins.
You understand that you're currently under oath and must testify truthfully today, correct?
Correct.
And you understand the difference between the truth and the lie, right?
Obviously, yes.
And you would agree with me that fabricating or doctoring evidence is dishonest and unreasonable behavior, right?
Right.
And you're aware that lying under oath is a crime in the state of Arizona, correct?
Correct.
And the reason I'm asking you these questions, Ms. Owens, is because I've cross-examined you before, right?
Right.
And I was good at it.
Examined you in the injunction against harassment hearing before Commissioner Geopetsis on November 2nd of 2023, right?
Right.
And during this hearing, you'd recall that I gave you the opportunity to correct the record and come clean about any false information or testimony you may have provided, right?
Right.
And you told me you had nothing to correct, right?
Correct.
And then you proceeded to lie to the court.
Objection, argumentative, Your Honor.
Sustained. You testified that you were 100% pregnant on November 2nd. Correct?
That's her lawyer. He's a whole separate story.
Testified that you were 24 weeks pregnant specifically.
Correct.
I'd like you to take a look at your exhibit A11, please.
I'm 24 weeks pregnant too.
Look at my babies.
And they're on the screen behind her, Your Honor, so I'm not sure if
She's got them in front.
I can see.
Ms. Owens, this appointment that you attended at Mom Doc on November 14th of 2023.
Also, she has none of the same providers. She called them in her last court hearing that we just watched a variety of medical providers because she refuses to go to the same doctor.
12 days after I cross-examined you, right?
Correct.
And during that cross-examination, I pointed out that you had no legitimate medical records to support the pregnancy, right?
I mean, you said that, but I don't agree with it. No.
At this appointment, Ms. Owens, it was confirmed that you were not pregnant, correct?
Correct.
These mom doc records also indicate that you were diagnosed with PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome, right?
I've had that since I was 17, yes.
Okay. And you'll recall at the hearing on November 2nd, I specifically questioned you about any physical health diagnoses that you had, right?
I don't remember, but if you say so, then yes.
You failed to testify that you had PCOS, right?
I can't say one way or the other if I did or didn't. I'll take your word for it, but it's not something that I live with daily.
Ms. Owens, you also failed to tell me that in 2016, Doctors Chan and Yi diagnosed you with cancer and apparently removed one of your ovaries.
They did not.
Okay. So as you sit here today, you're denying that happened.
I will absolutely deny that happened.
Actually, she did. We have medical. She sent medical records to this guy named Michael that she had what's called an oophorectomy. And it's so funny because she's like, she writes emails to these guys and she's like, if you date me, I'll have an abortion. So this one guy, Greg Gillespie, he was like, all right, I'll date you. And then she was like, okay, I'm taking the Plan B pills now. And he's like, cool, psych, I'm out of here. And she's like, only one of the babies died.
Now, per what you reported, what you self-reported to Mom Doc, they listed a spontaneous abortion date of August 12th of 2023 at 8 weeks pregnant, correct?
They listed a lot of things that were inaccurate here. I never told them that I had an abortion that date.
Okay, well, a spontaneous abortion, if I were to tell you, is consistent with a miscarriage. Would you agree with me that they listed a miscarriage date of August 12th of 2023 at 8 weeks pregnant?
Yes, but I also never was pregnant in 2019, so I don't know where that came from.
And Ms. Owens, based on what you know about pregnancy, as someone who's allegedly been pregnant 3 or 4 times in the past, if you miscarried at 8 weeks pregnant, that wouldn't line up with your alleged conception date with Mr. Eckert, would it?
I don't know, and I'm telling you, I never told them that I was 8 weeks pregnant and lost that on August 12th.
Hold on, Ms. Owens. In your Mom Doc records and also in your deposition, you self-reported that you passed 2 sacs which appeared to have a membrane, correct?
Correct.
And I'd like you to take a look at what we've marked as Exhibit 49, which is your deposition transcript. And Ms. Owens, you recall sitting for a deposition on March 1st of 2024, correct?
Correct.
And your counsel at the time following that deposition was provided with a copy of this transcript as well as you, correct?
Correct.
And you didn't take any opportunity to correct this transcript?
I actually didn't see it until you guys sent it to us. My former counsel never showed this to me. So.
Okay. Well, you're aware that this has been marked as a copy of your deposition transcript for March 1st of 2024, correct?
It doesn't matter if your former counsel sent it to you. Your current counsel should have sent it to you so that you could have seen it before you went on the stand today.
Correct.
And this is a true and accurate copy of the transcript that you received, correct?
From your office, yes. I did not get one prior to that.
I move for the admission of Exhibit 49, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No objection.
Is that A or B, counsel? I apologize.
I guess it would be B, Your Honor. It's just
B49 is received.
And Ms. Owens, during your deposition, specifically on page 149, lines 18 through 21, you testified that you started spotting, meaning you were having a light period in August or September of 2023, correct?
I wasn't having a light period. I didn't end up getting a period until November.
Well, in your deposition,
I said light spotting, but sorry. I said light spotting, but that wasn't a period.
Okay. In your deposition,
She doesn't get her periods, remember?
page
Pregnant
151,
all the time.
line 24.
Did you know that marsupials have more than one uterus?
Why do you know that?
Surprise, Shody!
Maybe that's this girl.
You claim you passed the 2 sacs, which appeared to have a membrane in September or October, correct?
Correct.
But in the Mom Doc records, you claim you passed the 2 sacs a few weeks after your alleged ultrasound at Planned Parenthood, right?
Several weeks after.
Okay, well, you would agree with me there's an inconsistency there, right?
Right. I wasn't sure what the date was.
No OBGYN or qualified medical professional conducted an ultrasound, performed a physical examination, or performed a blood test to confirm your alleged pregnancy on or before August 1st of 2023, right?
Wrong.
Okay, let's talk about that, because I suspected you would answer that this way. You claim that you had an alleged ultrasound at Planned Parenthood in Southern California, correct?
Correct.
And you testified during your deposition that the alleged ultrasound with Planned Parenthood was in Mission Viejo, California on July 7th of 2023, right?
I did say it was there. That's where I was staying at the time in Mission Viejo.
Mission Viejo is where she got her ultrasound. Okay.
While being examined by your attorney, Mr. Gingras, you said that you went to Planned Parenthood under a fake name, right? But you didn't bother to provide our office with the alleged name that you went to Planned Parenthood under, right?
Right.
And you knew that we were seeking your records.
It was Laura Owens is her fake name.
From Planned Parenthood specifically because of the alleged ultrasound that you had there, right?
Right.
So wouldn't it have made sense for you to provide our office with a copy or the name that you allegedly went to Planned Parenthood under?
I felt like the whole purpose of going to Planned Parenthood is to remain anonymous, and that's one of my protections.
Okay.
Even though HIPAA exists.
I want you to take a look at Exhibit 28. And this is B28, Your Honor. Is this a true and accurate picture of the ultrasound you claim you received at Planned Parenthood in California in July of 2023?
That looks like it, yes.
I move to admit Exhibit 28, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No objection.
B28 is received.
And Ms. Owens, this ultrasound image does not say Planned Parenthood. It says SMIL, which I'll call SMILE for purposes of court today, correct?
Correct.
And in your deposition, you admitted you altered this ultrasound picture to say SMILE instead of Planned Parenthood, right?
Correct.
And
She admitted to altering this ultrasound. At first, she was like, oh, I just changed the banner because of the place and the date because I didn't want Clayton knowing where I was going. And then later she's like, oh, and I changed the name too.
you admitted in your deposition to altering this picture on the Adobe Acrobat program at your house, right?
Correct.
During the deposition, you testified that the date listed here of July 7th of 2023 was correct and hadn't been edited by you, right?
Correct.
But you later admit that you lied about this July 7th ultrasound date, right?
Correct.
And you executed an affidavit on April 16th of 2024, claiming the correct date for this already doctored ultrasound was actually July 2nd of 2023, correct?
Correct.
So I want to get this straight, Ms. Owens. You initially claimed you had an ultrasound at Planned Parenthood on July 7th, which you doctored to say it was from Smile, right?
Correct.
Then the story changes again, and you claim that the ultrasound image should actually be dated July 2nd of 2023, right?
Correct.
So you changed the date on the ultrasound from July 2nd to July 7th, correct?
Correct.
And you utilized this altered or fake ultrasound to try to convince Mr. Eckert and the court and the media that you were pregnant with Mr. Eckert's twins.
This was never submitted to the court.
I didn't submit it as evidence. I just used it
for extortion to try to get my way.
You're aware that Planned Parenthood has no record of an ultrasound for you, correct?
Under my real name, yes, and more.
And again, we've established you didn't provide our office with the name of your that you allegedly went to
What
Planned
name
Parenthood
did
under,
she
correct?
put?
Correct.
Oh, no, no,
An
no, no, no,
abortion?
no. Now it's anonymous. She does both of them. Either A, like she switches them around. Oh, I went under a fake name. No, it was anonymous. Which you can't do. Hey, thank you for the super chat. Have you watched Lowe's Facebook meltdown video? That's where she said, so they just sent me the short version of that, and we watched just a short version. Don't worry, I have it written down. LSP, don't worry. I'm going to be covering this case until I'm dead.
You never attended an appointment with Planned Parenthood in this case themselves.
Yes, I did.
Can you take a look at Exhibit B29? This is a true and accurate copy of our request and the response from Planned Parenthood regarding your records dated April 26th of 2024, correct?
Correct. I don't believe I've seen this, but I have no idea.
And counsel, I'm so sorry. I'll stop the clock like I've done for the others. We're going to give you a microphone because as I anticipated, there was a problem picking up. Work with what we have.
Exhibit 29 is a copy of our request and the response from Planned Parenthood regarding your records dated April 26th of 2024, correct?
This is from Planned Parenthood.
Correct.
Move for the admission of Exhibit B29, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No objection.
B29 is received.
And while you've indicated today that you went to Planned Parenthood under a fake name, this letter actually indicates that you had scheduled an appointment for July 2nd, but that you failed to attend.
Correct.
It also...
I just like watching your face in real time. Look it, guys. Another throw her into the volcano. King Julian!
indicates that the ultrasound image that you claimed was from Planned Parenthood was not from Planned Parenthood because it was not consistent with ultrasound images generated by their practice, right?
Not by the one in Mission Viejo, correct?
Ms. Owens, these are yes or no questions.
Not by the one in Mission Viejo. So where'd you get it?
This document states that the ultrasound image you have claimed is from Planned Parenthood is not consistent with ultrasound images generated by their practice, right?
By that practice, but as they said, it could have been seen by another.
These are
different
yes or
entity.
no.
So you're well aware that this request covered all.
It's like when we ask Moose questions. Were you pregnant in Mission Viejo? Yes or no?
Orange County and San Bernardino County.
It didn't cover Los Angeles, though.
So now you're saying you went to Planned Parenthood in Los Angeles.
Yes.
So you're telling us you went to Planned Parenthood in Los Angeles on the day of trial today.
Yes.
Okay. When did you go to Planned Parenthood in Los Angeles?
Exactly when I said I went.
When was that?
July 2nd.
Good afternoon.
I'd like to go back to
So now she didn't go to Mission Viejo. She went to Los Angeles.
the 2 sacks you passed. So again, in your deposition, you claim.
By the way, did you know that lying on the stand is a crime?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
You passed them in September or October, right?
Yes.
But then you changed the date and claimed that you passed these 2 sacks on July 23rd of 2023, right?
Right.
So she had fetal sacs that she passed in July, but she claimed and showed up 24 weeks pregnant in November. So she just kept growing, apparently. And nobody can ever tell when she had this alleged miscarriage.
And you actually had an appointment scheduled with Dr. McPool, who you've claimed is your high.
Actually, Tax Packet, if you've ever played a video game, Laura Owens can fast travel. So just in case you guys didn't know, that's how she gets back from Santa Barbara to Mission Viejo to Los Angeles. She can just fast travel.
Risk perinatologist for July 24th of 2023, right?
Right, that I canceled days prior.
Okay, so you canceled that appointment.
Days prior.
Then you rescheduled it to August 7th, right?
Yes, if that's the date that I did.
So wouldn't you agree with me that for someone who has had miscarriages in the past and who has an alleged high-risk pregnancy, it would be prudent to attend an in-person appointment shortly after passing 2 sacks?
Well, that's why I asked the doctors online.
Oh, these are yes or no questions.
She did pass 2 sacks
Online.
on her chin from Clayton Eckerd.
I see you're looking at your attorney, but you need to look at the question for me.
Okay, can you ask the question again?
And her lawyer is in the background like this. You're not supposed to do that.
Wouldn't you agree that as someone who has a high-risk pregnancy that allegedly passed 2 sacks on July 23rd of 2023, it would have been important for you to see your high-risk perinatologist immediately after that happening?
Well, that's why I that's why I immediately contacted telemedicine. It was at night.
You contacted a telemed provider instead of attending the appointment with your high-risk perinatologist.
It had already been canceled days prior.
Hi, John.
Ms. Owens, you had 4 appointments scheduled with Dr. McCool that you never attended, right?
Correct.
Correct. We just listened to her in the last hearing where she said she went to him last Friday, and then she called her out, and she was so upset by it. She's going to bring it up. Don't worry.
You intentionally failed to attend those appointments because all of those appointments would have resulted in a medical record that stated you were not pregnant, right?
Objection, argumentative.
Sustained to the form of the question, but you can ask the question a different way.
I'll move on, Your Honor. During the November 2nd hearing, you denied that the DNA test results came back with little to no fetal DNA, right?
What?
During the November 2nd hearing.
What?
Wait.
I said that the test was.
The question, Ms. Owens? During the November 2nd hearing, you denied that the DNA test results came back with little to no fetal DNA. Ms. Owens, I see you continue.
No, I didn't. I never said it didn't. I said it came back inconclusive.
I'm confused about what date she's referring to. What?
November 2nd.
November 2nd hearing.
Hi, Jen.
November 2nd hearing.
Okay, again, before my time, so that's why I'm confused. I apologize.
You can answer the question.
I said it was inconclusive and it was little to no fetal DNA. I never said it came back anything but that.
Okay, well, today you've admitted that there was little to no fetal DNA, right?
I've never said there was anything else.
Yes, you did. I just listened to you with my own ears 10 minutes ago.
You also ordered and took a blood HCG test through any lab test now on October 16th of 2023, correct?
Correct.
And I'd like you to take a look at Exhibit 36 Dates page 201. Actually, this has already been admitted, so we'll move past that. By the time of this test on November 16th, you had claimed you were previously seen at Banner, Planned Parenthood, Dr. McCool, Dr. Higley, and even Dr. Zeman, right?
Your Honor, objection. She misstated the date. She said September 16th, I believe. It's October
That
16th.
can be addressed and redirect.
I said that Dr. McCool is my doctor. I did not say that I had seen him. I said I had seen Dr. Higley and the
No,
rest.
you said
We'll
you
talk
saw
about
him.
Dr. Higley soon here, but your answer is would you like me to repeat the question, Ms. Owens?
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to stand here because it seems like you're looking at Mr. Gingras quite a bit for guidance.
I'm going to get
No,
you
I don't need guidance from my attorney. I know how to answer the questions.
By the time of your appointment or this test on October 16th of 2023, you claimed you were previously seen at Banner, Planned Parenthood, Dr. Higley, and even Dr. Zeman, right?
Yes.
But instead of going to any of those providers for this test, you went to an entirely new provider, correct?
I just went on my way home from taking the Ravgen test, actually.
She went on her way home. She took a test and then she's like, I'm just going to go on my way home to go to an OBGYN.
Because that's how that works.
It was a drive-through pussy ride.
Questions, Ms. Owens?
Well, it wasn't a provider. It was a self-paid test. So.
Okay, so you didn't go to any of your prior listed providers for this test, right?
Correct.
Okay. By your own admission in your affidavit signed April 16th of 2024, this result of an HCG level of 102 was not consistent with pregnancy, right?
Objection. Misstates the testimony.
Overruled. You can answer.
Oh, can you say it again? I'm sorry.
By your own admission, the test result of 102 for the level for HCG was not consistent with the pregnancy.
Objection.
John,
go ahead.
I learned that it was.
You learned that it was consistent with pregnancy or was not consistent with pregnancy?
Well, the test result said anything above 4 was pregnant, so I thought 102 was pregnant, but then I learned it was not.
Okay, so you would agree with me that this was not consistent with pregnancy?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
This is giving me AIDS.
Don't say that.
You doctored this particular test twice, Ms. Owens, correct?
I doctored the test once.
Okay, and when was that?
When I tried to send it to Dave Neal to get him to stop creating harassing videos at me.
And what amount did you doctor the HCG level to for that particular?
It was like 102,000.
Is that Bruce? Is that what they consider donut holes in your state?
I believe.
Okay. Isabel, can you please pull up Exhibit 17, dates page 113? Ms. Owens, you'll recognize this as it looks like the same test from October 16th, but it has an HCG level different than what you just indicated, and it says 131,902.
Okay.
Correct?
Yes, that's.
So you also doctored this test.
No, I didn't know what the number was that I had made it to.
Well, Ms. Owens, I agree with you. You doctored this test twice, one to say 102,000 and again to say 131,902, right?
I doctored it, I guess, to say 131,902.
Okay.
So she claims to be pregnant, but then on the stand admits she altered sonograms and HCG tests. Why would you need to do that if you were actually pregnant?
As of October 17, 2023, when you received this test result, you had reason to believe you were not pregnant, right?
Yes, after doing some research, yes.
Okay, but then you proceeded to lie under oath.
What do you need to
before this
research?
court on October 24th, October 25th, and
Girl
November
math.
2nd, correct?
That's not correct, no.
Instead of telling the truth, you tampered with this HCG test to increase the level and offered that as support for a pregnancy.
To a content creator, not to the court.
You also testified on November 2nd, unequivocally, that your OBGYNs were Dr. McCool and Dr. Higley, right?
Right.
In fact, you went so far as to state that your main OBGYN is the perinatalist, Dr. McCool, right?
Correct.
You further testified on November 2nd that you had last seen Dr. Higley on last Friday, right?
Right.
You lied to the court when you made those statements.
I had the appointment scheduled, which you guys have.
Yes or no questions.
I know, but it needs to be answered.
No,
Correct.
it
needs
doesn't.
to be.
You lied to the court. You said adamantly that you went last Friday.
Answered. I had an appointment scheduled with him that I did not attend, but I did have an appointment scheduled.
Okay, so when you say you were seen by a doctor, That's not the same as having an appointment scheduled, correct?
Correct.
So we would agree that you were dishonest when you said you were physically seen by Dr. Higley the Friday before the November 2nd hearing.
Correct. That's a very minor thing.
Hey, stop.
Yeah, really.
Ms. Owens.
Yeah.
People are laughing in the courtroom.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, really. Stop.
You know, I mean, if this is good, I'm not comfortable if the JFC crew is going to be having reactions, honestly.
Okay, I'm going to stop the clock at this time. Counsel, you ask questions. Ma'am, you answer the questions. I could ask the gallery to please keep your
I think I
I'm
can't.
still talking.
There's somebody in the chat named Megan Fox, and I guess she made like a AI song called Minor Perjury. I think it's something like that, right? And so I guess they knew. So when she said that, that's why they were laughing. I'm still trying to get the lore to that whole thing. The gallery was laughing. The girls in the back.
Ma'am, keep your comments to a minimum or you will be asked to leave.
I pledged,
Go ahead,
donated.
counsel.
I use them synonymously.
Ms. Owens, you've never been seen by Dr. McCool or Dr. Higley for any medical appointment, correct?
Jesus fuck Christ.
And the records from Dr. McCool's office indicate that you made 4 appointments that you never attended, correct?
Correct.
And the records from Dr. Higley's office that we obtained indicate that they have no records for you from August 2020 through the present, right?
I'm sorry, you said Dr. Higley or Dr. McCool? Can I take a minute?
I'm gonna
Can we have just
cry
a
because they're
5-minute
catching
recess?
me in my life.
Sure. No, go ahead. What were you going to say, counsel?
I'm just concerned about our time constraint. That's all, Your Honor. So,
Well, we factored in a 10-minute break.
All right,
what
so
we'll
they
do is
give
we'll
her
take
a
it now.
10-minute break,
And-
and then it's just about her. She's upset because they're laughing at her, which is so funny because all she does is like bully people. She goes after YouTubers, and I told them, I was like, if I get a cease and desist, I'm making merch out of it. So, and I'm going to hang it up back there. Can't wait. Has a full musical. Oh my God. All right, hold on. Let's get back to this because we do have to go. Here they are talking.
thank you. Which is Valentine's Day, correct?
Correct.
But you don't have a single medical record to support that alleged due date, right?
No, I do. I was trying to say I do have a record. That's what I was told by Tamara Lister at Banner Health, was that it would be Valentine's Day.
And you're aware that the record that you provided from Banner does not indicate any due date, right?
It was in conversation with her as to when the due date would be.
So these are yes or no questions. You're aware that the record you provided
Yes
from
or
Banner
no?
lists no such due date, right?
It can't be answered
or
in a
no?
yes or no manner.
Yes, it can. Yes, it can. Is your due date February 14th? Yes or no? Yes.
I'm saying
Answer yes, no, or I don't know.
So then can you please repeat the question?
Ms. Owens, you're aware that the record from Banner that you provided, that your attorney just admitted into evidence, does not have an alleged due date of any kind on it, right?
Okay, then yes.
I want you to take a look at what's our Exhibit 17, page 110. And this is the same as your Exhibit A1. This is a picture you took of a portion of a page from Banner, correct?
Correct.
Where's the rest of the document, Ms. Owens?
Clayton had it.
I'm asking you, where is the rest of the document in this particular exhibit?
Where's the original document?
I don't know, but there's nothing I was trying to hide from it. Clayton got the entire thing.
Ms. Owens, you recognize you've been accused of faking records in this case, right?
Yes.
And you expect the court to accept a picture of a portion of an alleged record?
You guys got the results yourselves, so
These are yes or no questions. Your
that's
attorney
not
is going
fair.
to have an opportunity to conduct redirect examination.
That's not fair.
And you can elaborate then.
And again, one at a time.
I mean, that's not fair. You guys know that you have the results of this that show the same thing, so I wasn't hiding anything here. That's not fair.
Your Honor, I have to move on, so I'd ask that the court find this non-responsive.
Court will designate it as non-responsive.
For someone who's been involved in court cases nonstop since at least 2016.
You know what? That's not accurate. I have not been involved nonstop
I'm
since
going to stop the
2016.
clock for a moment, and I'm going to remind the parties. Counsel, you ask a question. Ma'am, you answer the question. Otherwise, we move into a different area that I don't think anyone wants to go into. Counsel, resume.
Ms. Owens, you have been involved in court cases since at least 2016, correct?
Nonstop, or are you saying since 2016? Can you just rephrase the question?
Please answer the question as I've asked it. You've been involved in court cases since 2016.
No.
Okay.
As I've asked it.
This particular document, Exhibit A1, has 3 different types of highlighting on it, correct?
I see two.
And Isabel, if you can please pull our Exhibit 17, page 110. You'll see this is the same document, but I believe maybe when your office scanned it in, you can't see all the highlighting. So I'm going to show you ours. You see there's 3 different types of highlighting.
Yes.
And you highlighted this on the same Adobe Acrobat program that you used to alter the other records, correct?
This was the doctor highlighted point of care test results, and then I highlighted first trimester pregnancy and encounter for pregnancy test on my iPhone, but it wasn't Adobe Acrobat.
Okay, but you would agree with me, there's 3 different types of highlighting on this document, correct?
Yes.
And I want to talk to you about the date of this alleged HCG test. We can agree that a woman typically takes a pregnancy test when they've missed their menstrual period, right?
Well, my case was different.
Ms. Owens, these are yes or no questions.
I think the answer depends. I don't get a period, so I don't know how to answer that.
Okay, so you don't get a regular period,
I
right?
don't.
So you took this test before even missing a period, right?
I'll have to watch it later.
And between 2014 and the present, you have alleged that you were pregnant by 4 different men, correct?
Correct.
And all 4 of those men told you, one way or another, that they believed you fabricated those pregnancies.
Nah,
right?
bitch.
The first was not so specific about that.
It was
And
not
3 of
so
them are here
specific.
today, right?
Correct.
And they also believe that you doctored medical records, right?
Objection foundation.
Sustained.
I'll move on, Your Honor. Ms. Owens, each time that one of these 3 men refused to be in a relationship with you and questioned your pregnancy narrative, you obtained an order of protection against them, right?
False.
Okay, well, you have an order.
All 3 men are sitting in the courtroom, and before this day, her and her attorney called 911 on them because they were like, or on 2 of them because they were like, they shouldn't be here because they have restraining orders. They had, one of them had a valid, I think both of them had a valid subpoena to be there to testify from the judge.
Order of protection against Mr. Greg Gillespie, correct?
Correct.
And he didn't believe that you were ever pregnant with his child, right?
No, that's wrong. That's he had me. I went to a doctor. He told me I needed to go to the specific doctor to confirm the pregnancy, which I did. Who spoke to him?
Stop. I'm striking that response. The court reporter has been very clear. Everyone's talking over each other for appellate purposes, and the fact that one of the parties is paying for the court reporter. I implore you, please, to talk one at a time. With regards to the objection, it's overruled. Go ahead, counsel.
Your Honor, I'll move on in the interest of time. Ms. Owens, you didn't file an affidavit of financial information in this case, did you?
I did.
When did you file that?
August or September. It's with the court.
Okay.
It's on the record.
Well, consistent with your deposition testimony and your April 16th affidavit, you would agree with me that you make approximately $200,000 a year and then have approximately $500,000 in like a money market account, right?
I don't have $500,000.
She's now going through a bankruptcy trial or bankruptcy whatever with the court, and she says that she has $0. She's never in her life had a W-2, I believe.
I think I know someone like that.
Was in a money market account.
Okay, but you would agree with me that you make approximately $200,000 a year.
It's with businesses I have with my mom, so it's proportional to us.
Okay.
With our companies, yeah.
Ms. Owens, I want to give you one more opportunity. The media is here. You know that this case has gone viral. You have an opportunity right now to come clean and start fresh. So I'm going to ask you one final time. You were never pregnant by Clayton Eckert, correct?
That is absolutely incorrect.
I have no further questions.
Time, Judge.
Time check, 28 minutes, 46.
Yeah, I just want you to watch one more thing. Is it right here?
I can't take it no more.
A RavGen type test or pregnant. Objection foundation.
Where is
Sustained.
it? One more thing.
Zero scientific or DNA basis made a conclusion that Clayton was the father of twins. Have you reached that?
Is it here? Is it here? Where is
There is
it?
no way of knowing exactly when that happened.
Okay.
Is it? Maybe it's over here.
Things.
The fact that Laura didn't claim to pass a large fetus, is that something surprising to you, or is that something
Was no longer surprising. What happens is the fetus starts to grow at some of the
No, where
abortion once we know that there's no longer a viable pregnancy there. But
who's Clayton's expert? You're aware that the ultrasound was a fake.
Nope. It's at the end of his.
there's a old adage, because to be clinically pregnant, that means you have prenatal care, 9-pound baby. Even though they won't see, you're not.
And your opinion is that Laura was pregnant, even if it wasn't a clinical pregnancy, she was pregnant?
Correct.
Thank you. No further questions.
Oh, no. Anyways, he says, Laura has some credibility issues. We can all agree that she's done some things that are dumb in the courtroom. Oh, anyways, you guys, this has been fun. Thank you for allowing my sister to come in and be a part of this. Say goodbye.
Goodbye, shawties.
We are going to be on a road trip, so there will be Greg Gillespie, Dave Neal video coming out today for members. If you are not a member, it will come out publicly on Sunday. There will be no live streams next week because we will be out of town. However, when I get back, we're going to do 2 live streams a week because I need to catch up on everything that is going on with this case. Also, I am wondering what's going to happen with this trial, and if I can figure it out, I'll try to stream the trial as well, and we'll go from there. You guys are the best. If you are not subscribed, please consider doing so. If you want, we have memberships. We have a members only Discord. Like, hype, bang your face against the keyboard.
They love my nail polish.
Her friend did it for her last night.
Yes.
Anyways.
Tell her to get me lunch.
All right. Goodbye, everyone.